Hey, what's going on, all y'all? Good to see you today. Good to have you here. Hope you guys are having a great day, guys. We're going to be looking into the Madeline SOTO case. We're going to be listening and reviewing the part one of the Jennifer SOTO interview. Some of you guys have probably seen and heard this already, and that's okay. We're going to do it our way and talk about it after the fact. And see what everybody's thoughts are on this. And at some point, we will have part two of this interview as well. It's the audio. Curious to see your reactions to what Miss Jen has to say about this, guys. So thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate you very much. And I say we get this show. Oh, a couple other things to talk about as well. But I say we get the show on the road and get going. Here we go. Let's see here. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you today. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you for joining me. Please make sure to hit that like button as you're coming through that door and share this out to anybody you think wants to hear what I got to talk about and hang out with the rest of us. It's great to be here. Great to have y'all here. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Hope everybody had an awesome night last night as well. And I am ready to get into this audio for sure. I had to pick this up, the actual audio. We're going to sit down and listen to it together. So let me see here. Let me get a couple other things set up and see who we get. We got 42 peeps in here, guys. Please make sure to hit that like button, if you will, and share it out like I said. Let me see. And guys, if you could please keep Miss Andy in your prayers. She's having a little bit of not feeling real well today. So guys, please keep her in your thoughts and prayers that she gets well soon. I still see she's stubborn and in here. Better be taking care of yourself, Miss Andy. All right, come on in. Grab a seat, grab a chair, grab a stump, grab a toilet, whatever you need to sit on to get yourself comfortable. Let's do it and talk about it, please, if we will. Come on. Let's see who we got joining us so far. Looks like Niles Buckman's in the house. Welcome, Mr. Niles. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you very much. Let's see. Alicia J's back. Welcome back to you. Stormy Cherry, great to see you. Amore, hello and welcome to you. Miss Butterfly 71's in the house. Ruby Sloopers, hello. Great to have you here. There's Miss Andy that will not, so stubborn. Oh, the dog, their little shirts. Yeah, she pulled out their doggy stuff, and she decided that they needed dress today. They're both wearing matching shirts, like twins, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. That's what they remind me of. T2014, welcome back to you. Good to see you. Half Pint, welcome. Great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us today. You are appreciated. Guys, please make sure to leave open your those little dollar signs at the bottom of your stream the chat there. If you open that, it should give you the option to allow yourself to receive gifts. Because you just never know when you will be gifted a membership through here because we have so many generous people in this community. Brandy B, the OG in the house. Good to see you as well. Mama Bear's in the house. Hello. Good to see you, Mama Bear. Let's see who else. Doc Holiday, what's happening, my brother? Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Stormy Cherry, Alicia J, Ruby Slippers, welcome to you. Brian guy's in the house. Brian's Ramblings. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Brian. Chick Bait's welcome back to you, Chick Bait. Lucia Williamson, great to see you as well today. Philip Hughes, my friend, great to see you. And yes, welcome back, Mrs. D. She is back in the world of work. Denise Blackburn, great to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Shauna Marks, welcome back to you. Tomboy Charms in the house. Good to see you, Tomboy. I'm pretty sure I said it, but Leslie and Billy's up here at the top. I see you there. Welcome, Miss Brandy B, of course. Always, always, always. Where is my doodle? I don't know, but that's okay. Maybe she's busy today. I'm always lonely without my doodle. We got Mama Bear in the chat. That's a good thing. Tuning in from work. Steven's Adventure, great to see you today. Pugopolis, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Well, you better make sure that you don't wait too long, Andy. You got to take care of you because we need you here. Oh, well, that ain't good. Butterfly 71. Great to have you here today, Butterfly. I hope everybody's having an amazing day today, and I hope you're all doing well. And I appreciate you guys being here. Guys, please share this out. And to anybody you think would be interested, and please make sure you hit that like button. Welcome, Lori Packs Not Feelings. You need to deal with that like now, Andy. That's not a joke. Quit stalling. Don't make me yell at you. Internal bleeding's not a joke, kid. Seriously. If you've had this problem before and you've dealt with this before and your doctor is telling you what to do, then I understand that. Otherwise, honey, don't joke around, play around with that, please. Please, please, please. That's dangerous stuff, Andy. We need you here, kid. You're important part of this team. Speaking of that, there's my doodle. I need to thank all of my Blue Crew for being here and doing what you do. I appreciate you very, very much because everybody knows that I couldn't, wouldn't, nor shouldn't ever do this without them. I appreciate you as well as my producers. Thank you for joining me today. Please be safe, Miss Andy. Please be safe. Now I'm going to be worried about you all day. Dag burn it. Again, guys, thank you for being here today. As we review, okay, well, you need to move along quickly, Miss And. Mr. Preston's home. I hope you had a great day in school today. I hope Matthew had a great day in school today. Our channel wee ones that we have in here. That's true too. Brian has a point. All right. Again, guys, we're going to be reviewing the audio from the police interview with Jennifer SOTO. We're going to listen to what she has to say. And I'm sure we're going to be picking that apart. I know this has been put out in a couple other places here and there, but each creator does it different ways. So that's my thought. Welcome, Moni in the middle. Good to see ya. Matthew will be home shortly. I hope he had a great day today as well. I saw his pictures on Facebook the other day for the first day of school. He was dressed to the T, ready to get out that door and get on that bus. He looked great that day, Brandy. Good to see you, Moni. 48 peeps in here with 34 likes, guys. Come on, let's make a match. Flickery's in the house. Good to see you, Flickery. Thank you for joining us. I hope I didn't skip over Miss. Is Miss Sherry in here or no? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't see her. Okay. Some peeps get busy. It's understood. Understood. Some people don't get their noties either. That's another problem. Oh, Miss Cass has got to run one of her little ones to the doctors. People aren't doing well. Been getting sick. Poor baby. I'll keep everybody's in there. My thoughts and prayers for sure. Tomboy, great to see you. Fireflies in the house lurking. Kel, welcome back to you. Miss Molly, good golly, good to see you. 12 gauge, my brother. Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you very much. Again, mods, if we can drop 12 gauges link in here, I would appreciate that very much. Another great channel, another great creator who brings out factual information, guys. And it's definitely a show you don't want to miss. So if we could do that, please, I would really, really, really appreciate that. I don't think it would be flickery. That's a whole different set of scenario. Let's see. No, she won't drive, Brian. Her mom will take her. All right, all right, all right. Thanks for joining us, Doodle. Almost 50 people in here. 38 likes, guys. If we can please hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. And like I said, we're going to be, by the way, first and foremost, the first thing we're going to hit on, just for you guys to know, I was in here pretty late last night with you guys covering a police standoff, which I know most of you guys already know this too. I'm always behind. I'm on Joshua Zimmerman. Let's see. One second here. He is in custody and was as of last night. I'm going to show you that first real quick. I will definitely come hit your like button, 12 gauge for sure. Thank you for joining us, brother. All right. So let me show you guys this first and foremost so everybody can stop worrying. I know I was worrying because this guy has been just scared the hell out of me for the things that he does and has done.
Side. A suspect is now in custody after an hours-long standoff at a West Side restaurant. It was just a short time ago police were seen leading Joshua Zimmerman out of the business in handcuffs. This is near Madison and Western. SWAT teams had been in the restaurant since last night. The U.S. Marshal Service says Zimmerman has a warrant for his arrest in Harris County, Texas for murder. He was originally captured in June in Mississippi but escaped during a court hearing.
The weeks-long search for a Mississippi fugitive has finally come to an end. Joshua Zimmerman was arrested in Chicago this morning, just over 2 months after his escape from the DeSoto County Courthouse. Zimmerman was captured after a 12-hour standoff at a restaurant, which just happens to be blocks away from the Democratic National Convention. Zimmerman was surrounded by U.S. Marshals after they realized he was inside, and officials say he had barricaded himself in the ceiling. That 30-year-old is charged with attempted murder in Mississippi, and he's also wanted on a murder charge in Houston. Now, in a statement, DeSoto County Sheriff Thomas Tuggle says, quote, "This arrest is the culmination of 2 months of intense effort and underscores our determination to hold criminals accountable."
Let me guess. This was phase 2 of his plan. This was phase 2.
Accountable.
Yeah, that sheriff is on my last nerve, and he's on my list. I'll tell you that right now. That's a fact. Faux show. So they got him this morning at some point. He stayed there throughout the night. We were in here till about 2, 3, I think, this morning, watching it. So they must have got him sometime this morning. They didn't give an exact time, but they do have him. He's in custody. He's headed back to DeSoto County, and I hope to God they sit on top of him this time. I really do, because they need to. So I'm grateful he's off the streets now. No worries, guys. We got both of the escaped inmates off the streets. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Welcome, Cynthia. Great to see you today. Thank you for joining us. And again, today we're just listening to the audio from the police interview with Jennifer SOTO, and we can pull it apart, guys, if you can. Welcome, SRB. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Again, guys, if we could please drop, if we haven't done it already, we may have done it. Let me check. There it is. 12 Gauge's link to his channel, guys. Please go check it out. I'm going to have to get over there one of these times when I can catch him live and jump on there with him, too. They need to do more than shackle. They need to put him under the jail, in my opinion. A brief rundown. This guy's a mess, Brian. He tattooed his girlfriend's face. He put his name right here, and then he turned around and shot her in the head and killed her because he didn't trust her. I believe he SA'd a male inmate when he was in prison at one point. He also did that with a female and attempted to unalive somebody else. And he's got multiple different other charges, smaller charges. Okay, so he's definitely dangerous. And he escaped from DeSoto County Jail a few months back, in fact, with the help of other people from the inside. Dangerous situation. Very dangerous. So he is off the streets. Thank the God. Thank the Lord. I am grateful for that, for sure. And we don't have to talk about him anymore. That's another thing. Sorry about the commercials, guys. Let me get in here and turn this down so it doesn't bug you guys while we're listening to this. All right. Flicker. Yeah, that's what it was about. Well, yeah, basically he was let go. Molly said he was on his way to court in DeSoto County. He was in line with the other inmates that were being walked into the courtroom, and it stepped out of line and stepped into a room that was set up for him. That door was unlocked. Walked in, finished taking off his cuffs and everything else, and he changed into street clothes that were left in there for him. Walked out of there with this file in his hand, and at the same time, somebody from the outside, an outside entity, went in to the computer system, hacked it, and deleted all of their digital evidence they had on him. Gone, like it never existed. So he had help from the inside and the outside. I believe that he is working within a network of people. Welcome, Salty. Good to see you. It is definitely Ghostbusters 12 Gauge. I collect toys. I collect toys. I collect lots of toys. I love the Ghostbusters. So he's a mess. Barq's in the house. Welcome. Good to see you. She has not been charged, but we'll listen to this audio and you tell me if you think she should. What did he do for a living? He posted on his Facebook accounts that he was a tattoo artist and that he was a barber. That's all I know. What else did he do for a living? Who knows, Brian? He obviously probably certain illegal things, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I love toys. I've always loved toys. I've been a collector for years, 12 gauge, but definitely love the Ghostbusters. I have the figures and everything over there. My kids buy me stuff like that for Christmas. Toys, how about that? Big baby, right? Yes, crimes and other hobbies like that. Thank you, Chickbait. There's Mama Bear's link to her channel. Come on in, everybody, and click on those links. He didn't, Brian. He had some friends that did, though. That's what happened. I believe that he's involved in a network of bad people. He had a very close friend down in Florida that it's believed was on his way to go pick him up, okay? And got into a bit of a what can I say, a scuffle. Was chased down, shot, and killed a police officer in Florida, and then took his own life. This was one of his best friends. So, I'm looking to get that 12 gauge. I'm trying to find one big enough. Been looking for a long time, actually. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a great conversation with Chick Page. It's very easy to talk to, and I enjoyed it very much so. Again, there's 12 gauges link, guys. Go check that link out. Subscribe if you have not. Check them out, guys. You won't be disappointed. All right, let me see here. 56 people and 43 likes. Welcome, Jeffrey. Good to see you, my friend. Good to have you here, brother. I hope you're having a great day. I think sane people collect memorabilia from... Well, I hope I'm sane because I do collect it. That's for sure. Great to have you here, Jeff. Brian, thank you for the super chat. Friends in high places. Yes, he definitely does. Unfortunately, sadly. So again, like I said, guys, we're going to be listening to this audio. And when we do, if you guys need me to slow anything down, speed it up, whatever it is, please let me know. I have no qualms with that whatsoever. So, and I was going to say, Butterfly, I know that you're pretty involved in this case. If you're interested and you'd like to join me up here today, you're welcome to give your thoughts and feelings on certain things. It's up to you. If not, no worries. Just giving you the option. Let me see here. Undead Ramen's in the house. Welcome. Good to see you. I've seen those, Jeff. Actually, Caden has a couple of those. Yes, thank you, 12 gauge, for the $2 donation in the super chat. Jeff H in the house. That's right. Great conversation again the other day, Jeff. I really did appreciate it, and it was a great conversation. I like having these talks with people about these cases. That's what it's all about to me. I really enjoy it. Come on in, everybody. All right. So again, this was put out. Well, I was received, I believe. I got it today. It came directly from Orange County Sheriff's Office. Okay. I had to get it off of another site. It's a 25-minute and 52-second length audio interview with law enforcement with Jen SOTO. Let's see here. And again, I need to know how the audio works. No problem, Butterfly. Thank you for joining us either way. Ava Hackshaw, thank you for being here today. What are you guys doing here then? Since me and 12 gauge only hang out at the best YouTubers lives, what are you two doing here? The wrong place, I guess. I'm a nobody, man. Come on now. You guys are great. Thank you guys for joining us today. All right, let's get this on the road. Miss Avery, Murder Candy Podcast in the house. Thank you for joining us, Avery. Great to have you here. All right, guys. Oh. Maybe we got lost. It sounds something's up, Jeff. I don't get that. Please make sure to hit the like button, guys, if you can, so we can get this up in that algorithm. I would really appreciate it. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. What did YouTube give me here? Hold on, guys. I might have something for you guys. I get my freebies and YouTube. Very generous when it comes to this stuff. Oh, I definitely would 12 gauge, but that's what it is. Hold on a minute here, guys. Trying to get something set up for you. All right, it looks like Half Pint was gifted. Lori Facts Not Feelings, Rhonda O'Driscoll, Marbella, Random Sandy. All of you were gifted new memberships to the cafe. I appreciate you guys being here so very much. And God bless. Welcome to the sauce, guys. It's great to have some new meatballs in the house. Thank you guys for being part of this community. We definitely appreciate you so very much. All right. I like to try to give back when I can. Like I said, YouTube gives me some too. So there you go. There you go. Oh, wait a minute here. That's why I tell you guys to keep those the gifting available. Keep the gifting available and opened up down there through that little dollar sign so that you can receive memberships when they're given out. Looks like Butterfly became a member as well. Congrats, Butterfly. Great to have you back in the sauce with us. We appreciate you very much. More than you know. More meatballs in the sauce. Welcome, Miss Paula. Great to see you. Oh, wait a minute. There's 5 more for you guys. Nicole, the Bounty Hunting Snowflake, Diane R, Amy Yoko, Party of 5, Dragonfly Love. Congrats. Welcome to the sauce. It is great to have all these new meatballs in here. We got 10 new meatballs. Awesome. Taylor was stitching bitching. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back. Great to see you. Congrats and welcome to all the new meatballs. It's great to have you guys here. Appreciate you very much. Like I said, that's my way of giving back every so often. Mocha's in the house. Good to see you. Absolutely. No worries, Miss Brandy. Bring on the green. Well, we try to keep it that way, Half Pint. We try to keep it that way. Okay. Enough talking from me. I'm sure you're tired of hearing my mouth. All right. Let's do this thing. Guys, tell me how the audio is. Let me know if you can hear it. Okay, please, if you will. Sure you do, Butterfly. They're just handed out randomly. We don't get to pick who gets them. They just go to the whoever gets them. I wish I could, because I would definitely give them to people. YouTube chooses them at random when they're given out. Oh, well, yeah, derp. Of course, because you're already green. Great to see you, Mocha. All right, let's do this. Off we go. Let me know how the audio is, guys, please.
I sent them upstairs, and I went to bed.
Sorry. Okay, so you needed some good sleep. So was it about 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Can you hear that? Okay. Oh, really, Butterfly? That's crazy. Good deal, FarQ. Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, so you needed some good sleep. So was it about 11 o'clock?
Yeah. I sent them upstairs, and I went to bed.
Okay. And that was about 11?
Yeah.
And do you guys normally all sleep together? Because I know you said that she sleeps in your room with you typically, right?
She sleeps with me typically. Typically when he comes into town, because he lives with his parents in Northport, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes to town, he'll sleep in the guest bedroom.
Okay. And Stefan is the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah, STEPHENSTEARNS.
Stefan. How often does he stay here?
Oh, he moved away back in December, so I'm going to say he's visited at least 2 to 3 times since then.
Okay. Why did he move away?
He was offered his dad had offered him a job,
Mm-hmm.
but it fell through.
Oh.
So
okay.
now we're trying to get him back here.
And he just visits?
Yeah.
When he visits, does he stay for like hours, days, weeks?
I would say days. This time we had planned on him staying a whole week because I was going through training at work. Mm-hmm. So I wanted him to be here to help me with the dog, help me with the training.
Okay, so this time he was planning to stay for a week. How long has he been here? Or when did he arrive, rather, this time?
I can't remember if he arrived Saturday or Sunday morning.
Okay, that's fine. Sometime this weekend?
Yeah.
So that was last night around 11. And so about what time did you hear her on Monday morning?
I heard everyone getting ready around, I'm going to say 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And was it just Steph? Who else lives here?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro. There's one roommate, and then Natalie Rosiero.
Okay. And you just heard all of them, or did you hear anyone in specific?
No, I just heard, if anything, Stefan came and woke me up accidentally because he was trying to let the dog out. Mm-hmm. And the dog gets really nervous sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to help him with that, get him on his leash. But he got him situated and took him for a walk.
Okay. Did you hear around 7 or 8?
I heard noises in the kitchen, but I'm not sure,
Not sure who it was
who
exactly.
it was exactly. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it could have been any of the roommates.
But you didn't see her leave Monday morning. Were you still in bed or still in your room?
I was still asleep, yeah.
Gotcha. What time does she normally leave for school?
We usually leave around 8:50 at the latest.
Okay. What time does she have to be to school by?
9:28 is when school starts.
Gotcha. And so I think you had said the previous night, you and Stephen had agreed that he was going to get and take her in the morning? Okay.
And they were going to stop at McDonald's and get breakfast, but she changed her mind last minute and did not want McDonald's.
Okay. When'd you find that out?
When did I find that out? When Stephen called me around 10:18 in the morning, I had stepped out to go get blood work done, and he had just let me know that he just got back home from running a few errands, and that I asked, did you guys ever just stop at McDonald's? And he said no, she changed her mind. He tried convincing her a few times, but she did not want McDonald's anymore.
What time did you leave the house yesterday in the morning? Or what time did you step out, rather?
I'm going to say around 9:30.
Had Stephen returned at all?
No.
Okay, the first problem I have with this is she can't answer anything. Have you noticed she's like, well, come on. Are you serious? This is ridiculous. It is. And something's up with this. I'm just saying. I don't like the way she's answering these questions.
So you were there from, just so I have my times kind of right, so you woke up around 7 or 8. You saw Stephen, because you helped him with the dog, because he was letting the dog out, right?
Yeah.
And then did you go back to sleep, or were you just kind of in the room?
I laid back down and went back to sleep.
Okay. And then, do you remember what time you woke up after that?
If she was up at 7 or 8, then why did she not take Maddie to school with him? That right there is a fact. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but they've really gone detailed on this whole stupid McDonald's thing. Great point, Firefly. Great point. Like, they're really pointing that out for a reason. I don't understand that. It's kind of dumb to me. Just saying. Yeah, Paula. I believe it was.
I believe I set my alarm for 9 a.m.
Gotcha. So it would have been around 9 a.m. that you woke up. And in that time, you didn't see Stephen return at all? Okay. You left around 9:30, and then Stephen called you around 10 to say he got home?
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. Okay. Did he say anything else aside from she didn't want to go to McDonald's?
About her, no. About his morning, yes. He had tried going to the vape shop when it opened right after he dropped her off from school. And
I agree, Jeff.
So he came back, hung out a little bit. He came home around 10 and then went back out eventually to the vape store to go get some vape stuff.
So he left after 10. What time did you get back home for the day?
Hang on a minute, because she just said that he called her about 10:18. But she just now said that he got home around 10. And I agree. What kid wouldn't want to go to McDonald's? I do agree with that. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. What did you see, Park U? What news did you see, Park U? Hey, Dragonfly, good to see you on court. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, we'll check that out too. No worries, guys.
Let me check something. I want to check what time my blood work appointment is at. I'll give you more of an accurate time.
Yeah.
Okay, so my appointment was at 10:15 and it took them 45 minutes to see me. So I didn't get home until 11:15, 11:30.
Mm-hmm. And was Stephen back at that point in time?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I can't remember.
And then what did the day look like after that? That's fine.
So I did my blood work, then I came back, and then I just waited. I waited for the rest of the day until 2:30 to leave. Well, I wait in the car line, so I'm first in line to pick her up.
Yeah, that car line can be vicious. So you left approximately 2:30.
Yeah.
And pickups around 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you got there at 4, then what happened?
I waited in the car line for about 10 minutes, and she never came out. So I thought maybe I missed her. I couldn't remember if I told her I was picking her up from school that day or if she had to walk to the office.
Okay.
So I went to the office to see if she made it. She never did. I drove around a little bit.
Okay.
I drove around a little bit, looking for her. I went back to the school. The school was closed at this point. I wanted to speak to somebody at the office to see if anybody could tell me if she had been there. I think at this point I had called, before I went to the school, I actually called her best friend and I said, hey, with you, I can't find her. She didn't walk to the office and she wasn't at school when I went to pick her up. She said she never made it. She's it's a first or second period. And I'm like, what do you mean? I dropped her off. We dropped her off close to school. And she said she didn't make it to first or second period. I said, please check with the rest of your friends. She did. She got back to me, said none of them saw her today. I emailed one of her teachers. Her teacher texted me her attendance for the whole day and told me she wasn't in school at all. That's when I knew something was wrong, and I freaked out.
Okay. Is it typical of to walk to after school?
If I'm working, yes.
And where I mean, in relation to the school, like, is it a close walk, long walk?
It's a very close walk.
Okay. So typically, in the morning if, or I guess before Stephen moved, did he live with y'all? So so it's typical of him to be able to get her ready in the mornings and drop her to school. Do you all tend to split that responsibility, or what does that look like?
Typically, I do it.
Okay.
This morning, because of my work schedule, because I've been so exhausted, I asked him to take over and do it, and he said he would.
Okay. Has he done it before, though? Like, is he familiar with how to drop her off? And
I'm gonna say he's done it once or twice before. I'm not too sure.
okay. In the time since he's been back, well, not this time because he's only come back over the weekend, but in the other times, he's done it maybe once or twice.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Is there any reason that he drops her off, or he dropped her off a block away instead of dropping her off to the school?
Because she asked. Because she is embarrassed of his car.
Really? When did she express that?
Multiple times when we've been like, okay, I think Stephen might take you to school or he might pick you up. She goes, can he pick me up far away? Can he leave me here? Like, I don't want to be seen. I'm just like,
What car does he drive? I'm curious.
it's that Buick.
Oh, okay.
But to her, that's an old empty car.
Fancy taste. I get it. Can you remember anything about Sunday or Saturday or this weekend where she may have said that she was wanting to hang out with friends, or something she was wanting to do, or anything?
On Sunday, she actually had a party, and she had some friends come over. So she hasn't expressed that she wanted. She actually got to spend time with friends and family. She had a great Sunday.
Okay.
She came back with a lot of presents. She was super happy.
Okay. So no arguments at home recently or anything?
No, nothing like that.
Has she ever, in the totality of, I guess, everything, as long as she's been, ever gone off to spend time by herself, or gone to hang out at a park by herself, or something to kind of clear her own head?
So there's a lake right behind this building. She'll sometimes sit at the dock by the lake, but I check on her often.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, if she, I don't know if something at school upset her, something here upset her. Not that it would be anyone's fault, but if there's somewhere that she may go for, like, peace of mind.
Yeah, it would be the lake right behind the house.
Does she do any extracurriculars?
No.
Got it. Now your roommates, I know you told me their names earlier, but can you give them to me again? I didn't write them down.
Sure. Angelica, and then Negro, Nigro, and then Nathalie, and then Negro, Nig. She'll sometimes sit at the dock by the lake, but I check on her often.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, if she, I don't know if something at school upset her, something here upset her. Not that it would be anyone's fault, but if there's somewhere that she may go for, like, peace of mind.
Yeah, it would be the lake right behind the house.
Does she do any extracurriculars?
No.
Got it. Now your roommates. I know you told me their names earlier, but can you give them to me again? I didn't write them down.
Sure. Angelica, and then Negro, Nigro, and then Nathalie, which is Nathale, Rosero,
Rosero. Okay. Do you have their phone numbers by chance? If they're not here. Are you okay? Do you have to use the bathroom?
No, I'm just anxious.
Okay.
I've got anxiety. Let me see. Where is... Okay, Angelica, she primarily speaks Spanish, so you probably need a Spanish speaker.
Okay. And then Nathalie. Got it. All right. When's the last time you got in any kind of trouble at home?
I'm gonna say a few weeks ago.
What was that for?
I don't think. If she gets a yelling, or if she gets in trouble for anything, it's for her disorganization and messiness. She leaves laundry on the floor. Okay. Her room's a mess. She keeps her space very disorganized. So I kind of get on top of her. Do I remember the actual argument? No. When I went through her text messages back on February 2nd or 3rd, she had expressed to a friend that, I was crazy. I was acting, being nuts.
Almost stuff to say.
Yeah, apparently I don't remember this in this conversation. I remember saying this once, but not in February. But she had said, if she continues to behave this way or not listen, when she turns 18, I'm not going to want to live with her.
Okay.
Or also, I would ship her off to her dad's.
Oh.
But I never.
Where's her dad live?
I wish she had shipped her off to her dad's a long time ago, truly. She doesn't seem to remember anything either, guys. This is ridiculous. And I mean ridiculous.
Texas.
Okay. Has she ever expressed wanting to go back and live with them?
No.
How often does she see him or talk to him at all?
Talks to him once in a while.
Via phone or probably?
Yeah, via phone, yeah.
Okay.
Text message or Instagram, they'll message each other. But I talked to him last night, and she's like, just so you're aware, she hasn't said anything about making plans to come over here or see me or come visit me, so he doesn't have any information on where she might be.
Okay.
He's actually willing to come over here too if we need him to.
Okay. But she's never made any plans, I guess, to go see him.
No.
What's her dad's name? Do you know his phone number?
So I think it's this one.
And he lives in Texas?
In Houston, yeah.
How long has he lived? Or how long?
He was in the military way, either it's Kansas or.
Oh, so he's never had any custody or anything with her?
Nothing.
Okay. And has she ever formed a relationship with him where they bond and talk or anything that I guess I would try to rule out the possibility that she would be trying to go to Texas and see him or meet up with him or.
They're as close as they can be with how limited contact he does have with her. He texts her once in a blue, right? Not as consistent as I would like him to, but
Okay.
I don't think she's making her move to go.
Yeah, yeah.
She's left her debit card here. All of her money's here. Her cell phone's here.
Is it typical of her to leave her cell phone? Does she normally have it?
She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. This happens often.
Oh, so she frequently forgets her things?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as her mental diagnosis, she's diagnosed with ADHD. How long has she had ADHD?
Since she was like 5, 6. They also diagnosed her at the same time with autism. So she's had an autism diagnosis for a few years now. I've reassessed her recently. They told me she had some autistic traits, but they weren't sure if she was autistic. So
I mean, do you ever notice her?
No, I'm taking notes, guys. Taking notes, like always. This is crazy.
Mental capacity impacting her ability to, I guess, be around other kids or function normally?
I would say sometimes, because she acts... I'm not sure. Sometimes she'll make some decisions that I'm just like, where did that come from? Like,
I mean, is that like, would that be a result of a mental disability, or would that be like a result of her being... I mean, does she... I guess like basic questions I always kind of ask her, can she feed herself without assistance? Does she shower and bathe without assistance? I mean, she has a phone so she can text and talk to people. She has friends at school. Gotcha. And has she ever complained about school?
Not complained exactly. I know it's tough on her. She's given a lot of work. She's always behind on work.
Okay. Got it. And I think the deputies already last night kind of went through her social media a little bit, but if you're okay with it, I'd actually like to take her phone so that I can see if I can get anything else from it. Typically me being able to go through it and go through text and social media will help me sort of establish a pattern of where people go and whatnot. If that's something you'd let me do.
Sure. Will you take her phone away forever, or just for right now?
Just for as long as I need it to actually go through it. So okay. I'll give it back to you as soon as I'm done. As soon as we find her, I'll give it back to her, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, that's just about all the questions I have at the moment. You know her better than I do. I guess my last thing would be like, what do you think based off of everything that we've talked about and everything that you've learned so far? Is anything sticking out to you?
Based off of everything, me knowing her and knowing how she is and how tight-knit we are, like, I don't think she would run away. Mm-hmm. I feel like she was taken, like, on that short walk from where she was dropped off to the school. It was early in the morning. I'm not sure how many cars were around. Mm-hmm. I think she was dropped off somewhere between 8:30 and 8:45 in the morning, which is earlier than we normally take her. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Okay. I want to say, from what I understood, Orange County got footage of someone by the church in a description of what she was wearing early that morning, mm-hmm. just hanging out in the parking lot, and then she got up and left.
Yeah, so the video, they wrote it here, but there was a video of essentially what looks like her at around 8:45, just about that time, walking into that church parking lot that's right near where she got dropped off by Stephen. And it looks like she sits there for about 15 minutes or so and then walks away. So
I'm wondering It's typical for her to wait at that parking lot too for my stepdad to pick her up from school. So it's not abnormal for her to hang out there.
In that parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you think of any reason why she might have chosen yesterday morning to wait there? I mean, obviously, if your stepdad's not picking
Yeah,
her
he
up
wasn't
in the
picking her
morning,
up.
but
I wonder if she knew, like, if she had an idea she was super early, so she was just trying to kill time a little bit. But I don't know why she didn't go directly to the school. Like,
yeah.
she should have.
Okay.
I know when Stephen dropped her off, he said that he saw her rummaging through her phone as he drove away, like deeply looking into not her phone,
Her
sorry,
backpack.
her backpack.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she was looking for her phone and realized she didn't have it with her at that time.
Got it.
But
Okay. Does she have any kind of boyfriend or significant other at school that she's ever talked about or expressed?
no boyfriend. She did recently tell Stephen that she had a crush on a boy.
Oh, okay.
And we saw messages between them, and nothing seemed weird. But you can look through that as well. His name is
I assume another middle school boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. Well, that is all the questions I have for you right now. I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'll just get one more quick thing from you. 11:44 hours.
Okay, well, that's it for that one. So there's motive right there, in my opinion. Could be. She just told Steppen she had a crush on a boy at school. Well, guess what? That could be motive for Creepo to do what he did. That's just an opinion, guys. Just saying. Most mom would be widely bothered to learn that it. Yeah, I agree, Brian. Yep. Thank you, Lori. Same thing I'm thinking. Yeah, that's possible too, Undead. Very possible. Mm-hmm. I gotta say that was one of the worst interviews I've ever heard from a parent whose child is missing. Truly, it really is. This is ridiculous. She couldn't answer hardly anything. That's just sad. Honestly, it is. Just saying. Let me see here.
Sorry.
One moment, guys. Okay. Hmm. That's a good point too, Flickery. Very good point. Wow. What a mess. Mm. Let me see here. Nope. So what do you guys think? I'm looking here. I'm looking. Let me see something here.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna do it one more time just in case there's anything I missed from my notes and anything you guys may have missed. Okay.
Okay. So you needed some good sleep. So was it about 11 o'clock?
Yeah. I sent them upstairs, and I went to bed.
Okay. And that was about 11?
Yeah.
And do you guys normally all sleep together? Because I know you said that she sleeps in your room with you typically, right?
She sleeps with me typically. Typically when comes into.
So I'm gonna have to venture to say that that probably was when this happened. She needed good sleep. Sent him upstairs to bed around 11. Away from her. That has to have been when this happened. Thank you, Miss Paula. Wow. Oh my God. That's crazy. I only ended up with $30 from that, Leslie, which is what I thought that was supposed to be. That's all that was sent my direction. So that's insane. That's that's insane. How does that even happen? Who did you send that through again? Hold on here a minute. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it. No, because it only sent 30 this direction. Apple Pay. Somebody hacked you then. Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, because it shows just a $30 donation on there. That's insane. I'm so sorry, hon. Unbelievable. It shouldn't take you that long to have to get that back, though, dear. At all. Unbelievable. I'm so sorry you're going through that. Unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I'm so sorry, hon. So sorry. Anywho, back to so that's what I'm gonna guess, guys, is that this had to have happened at that point that night. She sent them upstairs because she wanted to get good sleep. Okay. And something must have commenced at that point from there on.
Town because he lives with his parents in Northport, Florida. When he comes to town, he'll sleep in the guest
Thank you,
house.
Leslie, so very much.
And Stefan is the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah, STEPHENSTEARNS.
Stephen, how often does he stay here?
Oh, he moved away back in December, so I'm gonna say he's visited at least 2 to 3 times since then.
Okay. Why did he move away?
He was offered a better. Well, his dad had offered him a job, but it fell through.
Oh.
So now we're trying to get him back here.
And he just visits?
Yeah.
When he visits, does he stay for like hours, days, weeks?
I would say days. This time we had planned on him staying a whole week because I was going through training at work. So I wanted him to be here to help me with the dog, help me with the training.
Okay, so this time he was planning to stay for a week. How long has he been here?
Very possibly, Miss Paula. That sounds right on, actually.
Rather, this time.
I can't remember if he arrived Saturday or Sunday morning.
Okay, that's fine. Sometime this weekend?
Yeah.
So that was last night around 11. And so about what time did you hear her on Monday morning?
I heard everyone getting ready around, let's say 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And was it just Steph? Who else lives there?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro, who's one roommate, and then Natalie Rosiero.
Okay. And you just heard all of them, or did you hear anyone specific?
No, I just heard, if anything, Stephen came and woke me up accidentally because he was trying to let the dog out, and the dog gets really nervous sometimes. I was trying to help him with that, get him on his leash, but he got him situated and took him for a walk.
Okay. Did you hear around 7 or 8?
I heard noises in the kitchen, but I'm not sure,
Not sure who it was exactly.
Who it was exactly, yeah.
Gotcha.
It could have been any of the roommates.
But you didn't see her leave Monday morning. Were you still in bed or still in your room?
I was still asleep, yeah.
Gotcha. What time does she normally leave for school?
We usually leave around 8:50 at the latest.
Okay. What time does she have to be to school by?
9:28 is when school starts.
Gotcha. Who else lives there?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro.
This is what I wanted to, was to know who the roommates were. Something that I didn't get to get before. Hang on.
There's one roommate, and then Natalie Rosiero.
Okay. And you just heard all of them, or did you hear anyone specific?
No, I just heard, if anything, Stephen came and woke me up accidentally because he was trying to let the dog out, and the dog gets really nervous sometimes.
Mhm.
I was trying to help him with that, get him on his leash, but he got him situated and took him for a walk.
Okay. Did you hear around 7 or 8?
I heard noises in the kitchen, but I'm not sure,
Not sure who it was
who
exactly.
it was exactly. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it could have been any of the roommates.
But you didn't see her leave Monday morning. Were you still in bed or still in your room?
I was still asleep, yeah.
Gotcha. What time does she normally leave for school?
We usually leave around...
These are questions she should be able to answer, right? Like, there's no way that everything takes 5 minutes to answer. This is insane to me. Way too long because she's thinking of an answer.
8:50 at the latest.
Okay. What time does she have to be to school by?
9:28 is when school starts.
Gotcha. And so you, I think you had said the previous night, you and Stephen had agreed that he was going to get and take her in the morning. Okay.
And they were going to stop at McDonald's and get breakfast, but she changed her mind last minute and did not want McDonald's.
Okay. What time on that?
When did I get that out? When Stephen called me around 10:18 in the morning, I had stepped out to go get blood work done.
Mm-hmm.
And he had just let me know that he just got back home from running a few errands.
Now, I have an issue with this specifically. Every other question she's been asked, she's paused and said, that question, when did you find that out that she didn't want to go to McDonald's? When Stephen called me at 10:18, not around 10:30 or 10 or so or 10 something. It was 10:18. It was a very specific time, you guys. That's strange to me. I'm sorry. Very strange. Something's not that doesn't fit to me. I'm sorry. And I do agree with that too, Paula. That definitely that way there would be no way that she'd be found. And the flat tire happened, thank God. And that's why I think she ended up where she did, truly. So the whole McDonald's, the 10:18 thing, this was all, in my opinion, scripted and rehearsed. That's my opinion. I agree, Doc. I do agree. 100%.
And that I asked, did you guys ever stop at McDonald's? And he said, no, she changed her mind. He tried convincing her a few times, but she did not want McDonald's anymore.
I call
What time
bullshit.
did you leave the house yesterday morning? Or what time did you step out, rather?
Nine.
So there again, she can't remember what time she left the house, but she can remember that at 10:18, Stephen called her. Come on, guys.
30.
Had Stephen returned at all?
No.
So you were there from just so I had my times down right. So you woke up around 7 or 8. You saw Stephen because you helped him with the dog because he was letting the dog out, right?
Yeah.
And then did you go back to sleep or were you just kind of in the room?
I laid back down and went back to sleep.
Okay. And then do you remember what time you woke up after that?
I believe I set my alarm for 9 a.m.
Gotcha. So it would have been around 9 a.m. that you woke up. And in that time, you didn't see Stephen return at all? Okay. You left around 9:30. And then Stephen called you around 10 to say he got home?
Yeah.
Cool.
So now he called around 10 to say he got home, but then she also called her at 10:18. What the hell's going on here, you guys?
Got it. Okay. Did he say anything else aside from she didn't want to go to McDonald's?
About her, no. About his morning, yes. He had tried going to the vape shop when it opened right after he dropped her off from school and waited, but they never opened on time. So he came back, hung out a little bit. He came home around 10 and then went back out eventually to the vape store to go get some vape stuff.
So he left after 10. What time did you get back home for the day?
Let me check something. I want to check what time my blood work appointment is at. I'll give you more of an accurate time.
Yeah.
Okay, so my appointment was at 10:15 and it took them 45 minutes to see me. So I didn't get home until 11:15, 11:30.
And was Stephen back at that point in time?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I can't remember.
And then what did the day look like after that? That's fine.
So I did my blood work, then I came back, and then I just waited. I waited for the rest of the day until 2:30 to leave. I wait in the car line, so I'm first in line to pick her up.
Yeah, that car line can be vicious. So you left approximately 2:30.
Yeah.
And pickups around 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you got there at 4, then what happened?
I waited in the car line for about 10 minutes, and she never came out.
Okay. Oh my God. So she left at 2:30 to go right up the road to pick Maddie up from school. It's a very close proximity, right? Hey Gina, good to see you. Pickup was at 4. So she was there an hour and a half early. And said waited. She said she waited 10 minutes. What? Who the hell sits at their kid's school and waits an hour and a half to pick them up? That's wrong. This is bullshit. Sorry.
So I thought maybe I missed her. I couldn't remember if I told her I was picking her up from school that day or if she had to walk to the office.
Okay.
So I went to the office to see if she made it. She never did. I drove around a little bit.
Okay.
I drove around a little bit, looking for her. I went back to the school. The school was closed at this point. I wanted to speak to somebody at the office to see if anybody could tell me if she had been there. I think at this point I had called, before I went to the school, I actually called her best friend and I said, with you, I can't find her. She didn't walk to the office and she wasn't at school when I went to pick her up. She said she never made it. She's it's a first or second period. And I'm like, what do you mean? I dropped her off. We dropped her off close to school. And she said she didn't make it to first or second period. I said, please check with the rest of your friends. She did. She got back to me, said none of them saw her today. I emailed one of her teachers. Her teacher texted me her attendance for the whole day and told me she wasn't in school at all. That's when I knew something was wrong. And I freaked out.
Okay. Is it typical of to walk to after school?
If I'm working,
Okay, I guess I'm wrong on that. I don't know. I never did that. That's maybe why I don't think that way, I guess. But it does make sense if you want to get to the front of the line to get there early enough, that's fine. She left at 2:30 to go pick her up, waited till 4, and then sat there 10 minutes after 4 and thought she missed her, so on and so forth. Okay. I guess that does make sense.
yes.
Yeah.
And where? I mean, in relation to the school, like, is it a close walk, long walk?
It's a very close walk.
Okay. So typically in the morning, if, or I guess before Stephen moved, did he live with y'all? So it's typical of him to be able to get her ready in the mornings and drop her to school. Do y'all tend to split that responsibility, or what does that look like?
Typically, I do it.
Well, from my understanding, Firefly, there was an email sent to her that she didn't that Maddie didn't make it to school that day. My kids, they call here. Like if they're not in first period within an hour or two, they call immediately. But according to what my understanding was, is that she received an email sometime around 11 a.m. that Maddie wasn't in school. I don't know.
Okay.
This morning, because of my work schedule, because I've been so exhausted, I asked him to take over and do it, and he said he would.
Okay. Has he done it before, though? Like, is he familiar with how to drop her off? And
My understanding, Chickbait, they didn't call her, but they sent her an email and told her, from what she said at one interview, that she believes she received the email right around 11 something that day. I mean, I get it. I don't check my email all the time either. I don't know how she has it set up. If it gives her like an alert, blah, 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 that it's from, if it, pops up on my phone, it would have said the school. I would have looked at it immediately. Or if it doesn't alert her at all. I don't know. I don't know why they would email instead of calling, but still. That's what I'm saying. If she was notified, she never saw the email. That's the thing. Which they're changing that now at her school, I guess, based on from this happening, which is good. We need to get like what they do here with my kids' school. They call like within an hour if he's not there. So Jen emailed 2 teachers, 1 email back. Right. Excuse me.
I'm gonna say he's done it once or twice before. I'm not too sure.
okay.
Great point, Doc.
In the time since he's been back, well, not this time because he's only come back over the weekend, but in the other times.
No,
he's done it
it's
maybe once or twice.
it's definitely not the school's fault by any means. But because of what happened here, they are implementing more of a intense procedure, which I think that's amazing. It wasn't their fault, but they're trying to make things better, which is great. I wish more places would do stuff like that. Definitely not the school's fault, though.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Is there any reason that he drops?
I agree with that, Parla. I
drops
do.
her off a block away instead of dropping her off to the school?
Because she asked. Because she is embarrassed of his car.
Really? When did she express that?
Multiple times when we've been like, okay, I think Stephen might take you to school or he might pick you up. She goes, can he pick me up far away? Can he leave me here? Like I don't want to be seen. I'm just like,
What car does he drive? I'm curious.
what's that be like?
Oh, okay.
But to her, that's an old
No.
car.
Fancy taste. I get it.
Great to see you, Mark and Betty. Thank you for joining us today. It's great to have you here. I hope you're having a great day.
Can you remember anything about Sunday or Saturday or this weekend where she may have said that she was wanting to hang out with friends or something she was wanting to do or anything?
On Sunday, she actually had a party and she had some friends come over.
Mhm.
So she hasn't expressed that she wanted. She actually got to spend time with friends and family. She had a great Sunday.
Okay.
She came back with a lot of presents. She was super happy.
Okay. So no arguments at home recently or anything?
No, nothing like that.
Has she ever, in the totality of, I guess, everything, as long as she's been, ever gone off to spend time by herself or gone to hang out at a park by herself or something to kind of clear her own head?
So there's a lake right behind this building.
Mm-hmm.
She'll sometimes sit at the dock or by the lake, but I check on her often.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, if she, I don't know if something at school upset her, something here upset her. Not that it would be anyone's fault, but if there's somewhere that she may go for, like, you know, peace of mind.
Yeah, it would be the lake right behind the house.
You know, to get away from the monster that was constantly assaulting her and hurting her, that someplace like that, yeah. You can't blame the poor girl.
Does she do any extracurriculars?
No.
Got it. Now your roommates, I know you told me their names.
Thank you, Mark and Beth.
Me again, I didn't write them down.
Sure. Angelica. And then Negro, Nigro.
Uh-huh.
And then
Mm-hmm.
Nathalie, which is Nathalie.
Mm-hmm.
Rosero.
Rosero. Okay. Do you have their phone numbers by chance? If they're not here. Are you okay? Do you have to use the bathroom?
No, I'm just anxious.
Okay.
I've got anxiety. Let me see. Where is... Okay, Angelica, she primarily speaks Spanish, so you probably need a Spanish speaker.
Okay.
All right, hon. Good luck. I hope everything works out. Please keep me informed and let me know what happens.
And then Nathalie. Got it. All right. When's the last time you got in any kind of trouble at home?
I'm gonna say a few weeks ago.
When was that for?
I don't think. If she gets a yelling or if she gets in trouble for anything, it's for her disorganization and messiness. So she leaves laundry on the floor.
Okay.
Her room's a mess. She keeps her space very disorganized. So I kind of get on top of her. Do I remember the actual argument? No. When I went through her text messages back on February 2nd or 3rd, she had expressed to a friend that, I was crazy. I was acting, being nuts.
Almost stuff to say.
Yeah, apparently I don't remember this in this conversation. I remember saying this once, but not in February. But she had said, if she continues to behave this way or not listen, when she turns 18, I'm not going to want to live with her.
Okay.
Or Also, I would ship her off to her dad's.
Oh.
But I never.
Where does your dad live?
Houston, Texas.
Okay. Has she ever expressed wanting to go back and live with them?
No.
How often does she see him or talk to him at all?
Talks to him once in a while.
Via phone or probably?
Yeah, via phone, yeah.
Okay.
Text message or Instagram, they'll message each other. But I talked to him last night, and she's like, just so you're aware, she hasn't said anything about making plans to come over here or see me or come visit me, so he doesn't have any information on where she might be.
Okay.
He's actually willing to come over here too if we need him to.
Okay. But she's never made any plans, I guess, to go see him.
No.
What's her dad's name? Do you know his phone number?
So I think it's this one.
And he lives in Texas.
In Houston, yeah.
How long has he lived? Or how long?
He was in the military way, either it's Kansas or.
Oh, so he's never had any like custody or anything with her?
Nothing.
Okay. And has she ever formed a relationship with him where they bonded and talk or anything that like she? I guess I would try to rule out the possibility that she would be trying to go to Texas and see him or meet up with him or.
They're as close as they can be with how limited contact he does have with her. He texts her once in a blue, right? Not as consistent as I would like him to, but
okay.
I don't think she's making her moves to go.
Yeah.
She's left her debit card here. All of her money's here. Her cell phone's here.
Is it typical of her to leave her cell phone? Does she normally have it?
She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. This happens often.
Oh, so she frequently forgets her things?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as her mental diagnosis, she's diagnosed with ADHD. How long has she had ADHD?
Since she was like 5, 6. They also diagnosed her at the same time with autism. So she's had an autism diagnosis for a few years now. I've reassessed her recently. They told me she had some autistic traits, but they weren't sure if she was autistic.
So I mean, do you ever notice her mental capacity impacting her ability to, I guess, be around other kids or function normally?
I would say sometimes, because she acts. I'm not sure. Sometimes she'll make some decisions that I'm just like, where did that come from? Like,
I mean, would that be a result of a mental disability, or would that be like the result of her being? I mean, does she? I guess like basic questions I always kind of ask her. Can she feed herself without assistance? Does she shower and bathe without assistance? I mean, she has a phone, so she can text and talk to people. She has friends at school. Gotcha. And has she ever complained about school?
Not complained exactly. I know it's tough on her. She's given a lot of work. She's always behind on work.
Okay. Got it. And I think the deputies already last night kind of went through her social media a little bit, but if you're okay with it, I'd actually like to take her phone so that I can see if I can get anything else from it. Typically I will
Hey, Paula.
be able to go through it and go through text and social media will help me sort of establish a pattern of where people go and whatnot. If that's something you'd let me do.
Sure. Will you take her phone away forever, or just for right now?
Just for as long as I need it to actually go through it. So I'll give it back to you as soon as I'm done. As soon as we find her, I'll give it back to her, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, that's just about all the questions I have at the moment. You know her better than I do. I guess my last thing would be like, what do you think based off of everything that we've talked about and everything that you've learned so far? Is anything sticking out to you?
No. Based off of everything, me knowing her and knowing how she is, and how tight-knit we are, like, I don't think she would run away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she was taken, like, on that short walk from where she was dropped off to the school. It was early in the morning. I'm not sure how many cars were around. Mm-hmm. I think she was dropped off somewhere between 8:30 and 8:45 in the morning, which is earlier than we normally take her. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Okay. I want to say, I think from what I understood, Orange County got footage of someone by the church in a description of what she was wearing early that morning, mm-hmm. just hanging out in the parking lot, and then she got up and left. Yeah, so the video, they wrote it here, but there was a video of essentially what looks like her at around 8:45, just about that time, walking into that church parking lot that's right near where she got dropped off by Stephen. And it looks like she sits there for about 15 minutes or so and then walks away. So I'm wondering if it's typical for her to wait at that parking lot too for my stepdad to pick her up from school. So it's not abnormal for her to hang out there. In that parking lot? Yeah. Okay. Can you think of any reason why she might have chosen yesterday morning to wait there? I mean, obviously, if your stepdad's not picking her up in the morning, but I wonder if she knew, like, if she had an idea she was super early, so she was just trying to kill time a little bit. But I don't know why she didn't go directly to the school. Like, yeah, she should have. Okay. I know when Stephen dropped her off, he said that he saw her rummaging through her phone as he drove away, like deeply looking into not her phone, her backpack. Yeah, yeah. I'm assuming she was looking for her phone and realized she didn't have it with her at that time. Got it. But okay. Does she have any kind of boyfriend or significant other at school that she's ever talked about or expressed? No boyfriend. She did recently tell Stephen that she had a crush on a boy. Oh, okay. And we saw messages between them, and nothing seemed weird. But you can look through that as well. His name is I assume another middle school boy. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. Well, that is all the questions I have for you right now. I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'll just get one more quick thing from you. 11:44 hours.
All right. So that's twice we went through that just to be sure that there's nothing missed. And I went back in and double checked my notes as well. So I don't believe I had problems with how much she struggled to answer questions. I really do. That's insane to me. And I feel that whole 11 p.m. I need good sleep. It's got to have to be when this went down. If she saw them both together the night before, if that's true, if she saw them and spoke to them, then that's when this happened, sometime throughout the middle of the night. Jesus. So, what a definite mess. Poor Maddie. See something here. Mama Bear just sent me this. This is interesting. I hope to God this ain't real. We'll see.
We've been following this
major case of little Madeline SOTO now since the beginning, since she was reported missing in Orange County in late February. Good afternoon. I'm Darlene Jones.
And I'm Greg Ormith. This is a look at the 13-year-old girl's picture, and investigators ultimately found her dead in St. Cloud. This was back in early March. Police arrested this man, STEPHENSTEARNS, for her murder. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. Stearns is the boyfriend of Maddie's mother. We interviewed them both before law enforcement found the teen's body. Channel 9, Shannon Butler joins us live in studio for this breaking update. And Shannon, sources have told you the mother of Madeline SOTO has not broken the law.
That's right. And the interview with SOTO takes place on February 27th, about 11:30 p.m., just after her daughter was reported missing. She has a hard time answering some of those questions, but sources tell me nothing so far she has done has been criminal. So at least for now, no charges will be filed. Jennifer SOTO appears calm as she tells the Orange County detective the events surrounding her daughter's disappearance. She said at 11 p.m. that Sunday, just after her daughter's 13th birthday, she sent Madeline SOTO and STEPHENSTEARNS to bed together.
Is it normal for both of them to sleep in the same room? Sometimes when I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs. But when also a lot of times we will sleep together in the king size bed, all three of us, or sometimes Stephen will go upstairs and our bed alone. So it just really depends on what's going on that night with our schedules and what we're doing.
She said they have 2 roommates and another child that sleeps there sometimes, and that Maddie's bedroom is downstairs in the living room. She told investigators she thought that her daughter was getting ready for school the next morning, but she never actually saw her. She said she got up and went to a doctor's appointment and then got back to the house about 11 a.m.
When you got back, was Stefan here? I'm pretty sure he was, yeah. What was he doing? Just sitting in my room at my computer desk on his phone. Okay. What did you guys do? We chatted for a little bit. I asked him what had happened because he had called me earlier at 10. Pretty sure he called me around 10:18.
But according to investigators, that wasn't true because Stearns had already been seen driving out of the complex on video with a little girl slumped over in the front seat. Jen said it wasn't until after Madeline SOTO did not come out of the school and was told she wasn't actually there all day that she started to worry.
That's when I knew something was truly wrong. And I'm not before that email or after that email, but I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
Jen's answers were hard to come by sometimes, and she told investigators she had taken medicine and was a little spacey, but nothing in this interview or any of the other evidence we received has given detectives a reason to charge her. So something else Jen SOTO told the investigators, she said that STEPHENSTEARNS did not go with her to pick up Madeline SOTO at school because he said he had a flat tire. Now that's true. Well, at least the flat tire part, he changed that tire near the same location where Madeline's body was found. Now, Greg, something important here, that it doesn't mean she'll never be charged. If investigators find something else that would warrant charges, they would do that. But at least right now, this is where we stand.
So many parts of that interview, Shannon, so disturbing, including the little girl sleeping with her boyfriend and her on occasion at 13. We'll see what happens, if anything. And that entire interview with Jennifer SOTO is more than 33 minutes long, so we have obviously couldn't show it to you here, but we are going through all of the details and what was shared with deputies, and we'll have more from this compelling breaking news that Shannon broke on Eyewitness News at 5 and at 6.
So they're saying that call couldn't have happened because he was en route. Well, he could have still called her, but they're saying that that was the time that he was seen roughly driving with Maddie in the car when she was deceased already. I don't know. He could have still made a phone call, but this bothers me. This I don't know. The way she hesitates throughout all these questions is a problem for me too. Like she's struggling to remember all this stuff. Let me see. And now to find out there was possibly another child sleeping there too. Who was that? And oh my God, I hope to God that nothing happened to that child.
Right.
How are you, by the way?
Tired, but I'm okay.
Did your new schedule take effect yet?
Yeah. I was off the last 2 days. Well, no, I was off. All right, I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I worked for about 4 hours today, and I'm off till Saturday.
I didn't know you were off this past couple days. You didn't tell me.
Because you weren't around until it was too late.
My phone's always around.
Yeah, that's true.
It does ring. Just like they do. They make noise. You guys have heard it. Yes, she is.
I'm
100%.
the goat.
The greatest of all times. That's what the goat
I
is.
was like, what?
No, you're not a goat. Don't worry. She doesn't make those noises, guys.
No.
So the fact that another child's been in that house scares me. For one, but I don't know. Now that I really don't think they should have probably put the roommates. They redacted everything else out of that. Why didn't they redact the roommates' names?
Yeah, that's weird.
That is strange to me. I wish they would have. Because I hope people don't start bothering them.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it does with the other roommate. With another child, it's got to be a child to another roommate. So I don't understand how. Well, okay, I guess they're right by saying that she's done nothing criminal that they can see to charge her with yet at this point. But
Yeah, I agree with what Mom said.
being a crap mom is not right. No, I get it, but sad. Honestly, believe it will come out in court. I hope so. I hope so. You know. Hey, JC, good to see you, hun. First off, like it's just strange to me. King size, California king size. I don't care what size bed you have. Why are the three of you sleeping together in a bed? That's one. Two, why are you sending your boyfriend and your child, your daughter of all things, to go sleep in a bed together in another room away from you? That's, these things are all just not, no. None of these are okay. I'm sorry. Beyond gross, Brian. Beyond gross. This is definitely not normal behaviors. I hope, I'm sure that law enforcement has spoken to the roommates and has gotten some kind of testimony as to what they do know or not know. Well, I'll say that much, JC. She's definitely not smart.
No.
But is it that, or is she playing dumb? That's where I'm questioning this. Are you really this stupid when it comes to your child? And I'm not going to apologize for this because that's just pure stupidity. You don't know people well enough to know people. I would never send my child to go sleep in bed with, it's just, no, it's not right. Sorry.
I agree, JC, but that's still whether she has disabilities or not, she still knows the difference between right and wrong.
Right and wrong. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. Well, we're done watching it for now, hon. And I understand people get a little bit triggered over it. I understand. And then she comes back at 11 and she believes he's there. He was sitting at her computer desk just with his phone. I bet he was deleting things, trying to reset his phone to get rid of shit. I don't know what to think at this point. I'm trying. In the very beginning, I tried to give Jen the benefit of the doubt. She's a mother. She didn't know this, maybe. Okay. But the more she spoke about things, and she told lies, guys, she made up things or didn't know what she was saying or whatever she did, you're still wrong. And I hope she does at some point get charged, because you had to know about this for all these years. Come on now. You had to notice the changes in your daughter. You had to know that your daughter was, when this idiot left, that your daughter started behaving differently, maybe better. And in a better, was doing better in school possibly, and these things were all getting better, and then all of a sudden he comes back and back into the mix. I'm just saying, what she definitely sounds like she's out of it. If
Didn't
that's
she make the comment? I took my meds, so I'm a little out of it.
Yep.
Like, why would you take your meds while you're in the middle of an interview?
Right. Swade Smith, is that the name? Swade, I like that name, it's cool. Cold mom, not only ignorant. Yeah, she comes off definitely chilly, I'll say that much. Thank you, Swade. Thank you, SRB. Listen, I have stepchildren. I have a stepdaughter. I don't claim that, but I'm their stepfather, okay? And came into their life when they were young, 5, 6, 7 years old. Even if my wife would have told me to have my stepdaughter go lay in bed with me or something, no, I'm not comfortable with that. You as a mother shouldn't be either. You don't know me like that. We've been together for, a year or two. You don't know you just know. That's wrong to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't work out that way. And I would never, people say, well, it'd be okay the other way around. No, because I had girlfriends after I divorced the creature before me and Brandy got married. And even when me and Brandy got married, I wouldn't send my kids to go lay in bed with her. That's just not right to me. I'm sorry. Maybe it's me, but I see a lot of people that agree with that too. So it's something that doesn't, I don't know if it's a morality thing or whatever. It just doesn't seem like a thing you do. If it's my child that I helped to birth, well, no, I shouldn't say birth, but create. There we go. Because I've never birthed a child, guys. Don't get me wrong. If it's my child I helped to create, yeah, that's different. Okay. My children slept in the bed with me here and there when they were babies and as they got a little bit older. But that's your biological child. That's your part of you. Okay. That's different. But even as they got to a certain age, no, there's a certain age where things just, you cut that off. Okay. And it's just not right to me. So Diego can't give birth. He admits he has no uterus. I do not have a uterus. I haven't. I might have something because I do have some of those. I'm very soft serve, as we call it, but I don't have female body parts, so I can promise you that. You too, chick bait. Thank you.
You can be a pretty princess at times.
I'm sensitive. He was an on and off boyfriend. Yes, thank you. That's it right there. He was an on and off boyfriend. He left in December, okay, and had visited a couple times. And they wanted to get him back there that week, she said, because he supposedly got a job with his dad that he was too flippin' lazy to go to work for, I guess. Or he couldn't handle it because he was too soft. And it fell through. So they were trying to get him back there so that he could be there for whatever reason. The whole thing is just a weird situation, you guys, and I don't like it. It's probably true, Flickery. It's probably I probably did it in my Hawaiian home that I own too.
Sure, go for it. Ask away.
Ask. Yes, Swade, I agree. Thank you for joining me. It's great to have you here. Forgot to compliment Diego's earrings earlier. You just reminded me of it. Are they pretty? I like them. I've had these in my, well, not these same ones, but I've had these in my ears since I was 18. I actually had more. One up here. and more over here back in those days. These are probably going to come out soon because I'm getting too old for this. I'll be 80 years old. My earlobes will be sitting on my shoulders if I don't take these out soon. I don't need that. I have a friend that has his ears gauged, like this big, and he has some kind of a disc inside there, and then he has a big, like one of these through it. I said, dude, do you realize when you become like a certain age, what that's going to look like? And he was like, I know. I said, he goes, but think about everybody else that's going to have it too. I said, there's going to be a bunch of freaky looking weird people at 80 years old in the nursing home with giant holes or giant earlobes, you know? It's going to be the new thing. It's crazy. Mine were gauged once and I took them out a long time ago. I'm getting there. I'm going to be 50 in November. It's coming, Ramen. It's coming. I've aged just since I've been on YouTube, I think. No lie. How are you today, by the way? Other than tired.
I'm good.
How's back to school doing?
Exhausting.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it is. We start tomorrow for him. Whose birthday is it, Chick Bait? She said happy birthday. I said, whose birthday is it? The Holy Man Band at the nursing home, right? Yeah.
I'm not sure I believe you.
She said, I had a question. I swear I'm not stoned. That's okay. You don't have to be to forget things around here. Mama Bear's birthday is November. It's like a 16th?
Close. 11th. Veterans
11th.
Day.
It was coming up. It's before mine. I know that. And it's close to Junie's too. Mine's the 23rd. October 21st. Well, we have to remind me of that when we get close to that so that I can. And I guess I missed Andy's birthday. I thought hers was on the 25th.
Wasn't it yesterday?
Mm-hmm. So whenever she comes back in here, I'm going to have to do a belated thing for her. I didn't get to run it yesterday.
Hi, buddy.
Mr. Ghost Doggy.
Here's my headphones off.
43. You're a baby. Yes, you can turn volumes back up, SRB.
Yeah, my husband will be 50 next month.
So they did catch that Josh Zimmerman. I don't know if you saw that.
I did this morning. Our Discord was full of it.
What do you mean?
Just they posted tons of
Oh, yeah.
stuff about it.
Absolutely. There will be a second part to what we just listened to, you guys. I just have to kind of wait. And then I will go in and get it out of the platform that I got it from for the second part. There's a couple other creators that are going to put it out ahead of time. I do believe that Salty's looking forward as well to run for her show tonight. So either way. I got Russ, the RN canned. Uh-oh, Brian. Are you telling stories in here again, Brian? Yes, you are. Just got off work to great grand puppies. My daughter-in-law didn't know what to do. Oh, well, congratulations to your great grand puppies. Thank you, Chick Bait. I appreciate you. And I was also trying to look at, I'm going to take this down. Yeah, I've learned new things that I didn't know before, and I feel stupid about it. 80 likes. We have 80 likes. We need 20 more guys to hit 100 if we can. If you guys can make that happen. But a lot of these documents and stuff like that can be gotten at different places that I didn't realize. So now I'll be doing that kind of stuff to be able to bring more documents and stuff to you guys.
Awesome
Thank the
sauce.
Lord. Yep, that's how I got this audio. Because I don't like to, if I don't have to use somebody else's stuff, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So I got
I
it.
usually check the document cloud first.
Yeah. Well, I thought documents, sure, you can get documents. That's different. But like actual audio interviews or body cam videos and stuff like that, that stuff is available too. So once we get the second part of this, I will be covering that too. I'm guessing, my understanding is that there's some Chris Stearns interview as well with which is Ding Dong's father. So
yeah, I didn't see that.
I know Grizzly was running her live on it, but I'm not gonna jump that. It'll come next or later on. What? Oh, Vinnie Politan. They're talking about this thing we just watched that you sent me about her not being charged. I don't even know what to say to that, to be honest with you guys. Brian, I believe that there was Jen, Madeline, 2 roommates, and then dipshit whenever he would show up there. I pray to God that she is, because there's something there that just makes me really uncomfortable, and it makes me feel that she knew something about this, if not had some involvement in it. And I'm really like, Firefly pointed it out early on when we first listened to that. This whole McDonald's thing, why do they center on that so much?
Yeah,
Why is that such an important thing, you know?
And why did he have like a stash of, what was it, Danishes or something?
Yeah, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Things like this make me not so sad I don't have kids. Yeah, I get it, JC. I get it. Yeah, the McDonald's, the way they talked about this McDonald's thing repeatedly is like, why is that such a big deal? Is it part of the story that you have to make sure is there? Oh, I gotcha. McDonald's is close. The easy excuse, I can't eat there when we go to the memorial. I bet not. That was Mr. Matt.
Yeah, he's getting ready to go to bed. He hasn't been sleeping very well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get it. Yeah, I feel like
going a mile a minute and can't fall asleep.
Is he taking anything?
No, he won't take anything. I mean, I think he takes like Unisom or melatonin, one of the two, but nothing prescription.
Yeah, I got you. I feel like they scripted it too. Chick bait. I almost called you clickbait. Sorry. Jesus.
Chick bait is now clickbait.
Oh, let's see here. I'm looking to see if there was any other updates along with that goes with that. And I don't see anything. And I don't believe there is.
I'm sorry to hear that, chick bait.
Oh, hold on a minute here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a second part to this. There's some
Mhm.
people that are running it, and I will cover it after maybe later tonight or something. We'll see. Unfortunately, I was going to put out a story this morning about another autistic boy that went missing. Zach Walker, but he was found, sadly, in the water. My understanding is he's no longer with it. This is just not. It doesn't
Is
make
it
sense.
like
Yeah,
a retention pond in a neighborhood? Or
I don't know. I didn't look into it after I found that out because they bother me now.
yeah,
Because there's so many of them being found the same way.
I know they
In the
need to
same
stop
sense.
putting these retention ponds in neighborhoods.
I don't know if it was a creek, if it was a retention pond, if it was just like, you know what I mean? But it's like
Mhm.
enough already. This is just getting ridiculous. Zach Walker, I had gotten lit up to it early this morning, I think, or last night. It was sent to me. And then
Yeah.
I started looking into it, and then I got saw somewhere where he had been found in the water, and I'm like, oh my God, again? And I didn't even want to bring it to you guys because it's just
Oh.
it's so depressing. Are you
Oh,
cold too?
yeah, a little bit. Well, my hair's still wet because when I wrap it up, stays wet. So it kind of gave me a little bit of a chill from my wet hair.
It's cold here. It's been cold here for a couple of days. It's weird.
It's cold in the mornings, but then it warms up. But it's not like hot. It's comfortable.
Well, I shouldn't say cold. It's normal here. I
Yeah.
like it. It hasn't been like 110 degrees. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what else is new with you, Ms. Bear?
Not much.
So that's a permanent scheduling now? At least for a while?
She says at least until October, but I think depending on how the kids are doing, I may just tell her that I can't do more than 2 days a week, period.
There you go.
Unless she has somebody in there and I can just do mornings, but I need to be home when my kids get home.
I get it. So we might see more of this lady here
Mhm.
than we have. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like the old days.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah, I was asking some of the mods and stuff. There was a story that I was thinking about um, doing on my channel.
Mhm.
I think it's in Texas. It's a 12-year-old girl. She's a cheerleader, and somehow she had an injury to her neck, I believe.
Okay.
And for like 3 or 4 days, her parents treated it with vitamins and smoothies.
Oh, for God's I can't even. I already know where this is going. These people kill me. Go to the doctor and be
Right?
a parent to your child. These people, we don't need doctors. We don't need medicines. Medicines are bad for these kids. Grow up. That's why that's why there are doctors in hospitals. What is wrong with these people? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So they're being very tight-lipped with all of the details. So um, one of the I don't know if it was on.
Is it the mango pill? Are the mango smoothie pills sleepover?
No,
Or are you just saying that, undead? I don't know. I can't stand people anymore.
let me see if I can find her name, or at least the thing on the.
Unbelievable. And so she passed away?
Yeah.
Of course, because you have stupid parents.
Hmm.
Oh my God. A smoothie, huh? There you go. Oh, I do. I love people. Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't. I'm just so fed up with stupid people and people that do not take care of their kids and people that don't want children, have children, then abuse or neglect them. Or people that don't want, or people that do want children and they struggle with it and they don't reach out for help. That just drives me insane anymore. I'm sick of it. So don't take me wrong. And these things aggravate me. Anyway, go ahead, Mom Bear. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Oops. Let me get
It's okay, Ramen. You're okay. I do love good people. That's a fact.
there. I put the link in the back chat. That was one of the things I watched.
Whoa. I think that was loud. For me, I had my speaker turned up because that other one was really quiet. It was weird. You want me to play this?
If you want.
Sure. Hold on a minute. Let's see what the mother bear is talking about here. Something else to make me mad, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Dumb people.
Chicken bait's like, play it.
Play it. Play it. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see here.
She was a 12-year-old cheerleader from Christine, Texas. She lived with her mother, Denise Balbanetta, and her stepfather, Gerald Gonzalez. She had a sibling who lived with her dad. Now, it's not exactly clear what happened, but at some point, Miranda suffered a serious injury. And when it happened, her mom and stepdad did not seek medical help for her. They kept her at home, attempting to treat her with vitamins, smoothies, and oxygen. When things turned for the worse, they finally called 911, but didn't wait for EMTs. They started driving to the hospital. When EMTs finally caught up with them, they started to treat her. Miranda didn't make it. She passed away. And as the investigation continues into the nature of her original injury, her mom and stepdad have been charged with injury to a child causing serious bodily injury by omission. And tonight, everyone is wondering, why didn't they just get help for her?
I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Closing Arguments. Every night at the end of the show, I remind everyone, please don't forget to hug your kids, and literally but figuratively as well, right? Like you've got to take care of your children, take care of children everywhere. But my goodness, the children in your own home. And we've seen child abuse. It happens. We've seen it on court TV. Shonda Vander Ark, awful, absolutely awful. Will be, I don't even want to call her a mother, but will be someone who filled that role as a mother, allegedly.
This is actually a case that I'm going to be covering with you guys. That he's talking to Shonda Vander Ark here. This mother, or like he just said, don't even call her a mother. I'm going to be going over this case here with you relatively soon too, you guys. I've been reviewing it and uploading things for it. This scenario right here with her is absolute insanity. Insane. So be prepared for that one.
Be someone you'll never forget about because of what she did, the way she tortured her special needs child. Unbelievable. But it happens. We've seen moms that kill as well. Lori Daybell, convicted murderer, special needs child, her daughter, her teenage daughter. Unreal, right? The children who depend upon mom, dad, parents, they trust them, they look up to them, and they rely upon them. And when that trust is broken in a way like this, people get angry. People get very, very angry, and our system has to do something and handle these cases. But it's tough because this stuff is happening behind closed doors. And it's not necessarily something that, hey, people know something's going on over here. There's something we have to do. You know, we need to have more patrols inside the house. It doesn't work that way. That's because a child is supposed to be able to trust their parent, and it doesn't work out that way. Denise Balden.
This is why I scream to the high heavens to stop minding our business, because we can't anymore.
Yep.
We can't, guys. You know, for a long time, we're always taught That's not our business. Stay out of that. Mind your own business. Let them deal with it. That's their problem. That's the problem now. Because so many people are so worried about the reaction they're going to get for somebody, or repercussions that they could induce from somebody for saying something or getting involved. Well, guess what, guys? This is why we're losing our children. We have to stop minding our own business and do the right thing. It's a t-shirt in my shop now too. You can buy it. We have to. That's the only way that this is going to subdue it all. It's going to slow down or anything, because if we're saying something and where we're seeing something in a grocery store where somebody grabs their child, which I've seen this happen, and smacks a 5-year-old child's head down on the bar to the shopping cart to get them to stand still there. Now, you don't let that go. Are you serious? No, you don't. At least let that woman know, I just saw what you did. That's not good. That's not what we do with our children. So, or you see somebody screaming, that, throwing a fit because somebody's trying to put them in a vehicle, rather than saying, oh, well, that child is just being bad. They don't want to go with their parent, or they don't want their parent to put them in the car. That probably might not be their parent nowadays. That's the difference. So we have to say things. We have to be involved.
Right.
We have to be able to put ourselves out there, possibly, because if it turns out to be nothing, great. But that child, at least that child is safe. Deal with it after the fact. That's all I'm saying. Obviously you need to be able to understand that certain situations you can tell the difference with, but in most cases, no. I know they don't care in a lot of senses, but still, at least we know we're doing something if we stop minding our own business and start paying attention to these things, is all I mean. You see something, please say something. That's all I'm saying.
Nada, that's who we're talking about tonight, a mother. Her daughter needed help. That's the bottom line. Needed help. Medical attention. And it did not happen. Instead, it seems like they were trying to give her smoothies. Like that was part of the treatment, a smoothie, like a sugary drink. That's not going to fix anything. So the sheriff spoke out, giving some more details about what happened here. And I don't know if all the questions have been answered, but let's take a listen to the sheriff, who seems to be taking this one very personally.
We became aware of this Monday, the 12th, shortly after 8 p.m. 911 dispatchers here at my office received a call from a lady that said her daughter was in need of medical attention, having trouble breathing, maybe even stopped breathing. EMS and deputies were dispatched down to the city of Christine, which is about 8 miles south of Jourdanton, off of Highway 16 and FM 140, a small community. While the deputies and EMS were en route, the lady left with the child. The little girl is 12 years old. She's in junior high at Jourdanton High School, and a cheerleader at Jourdanton Junior High School. So on the way here, dispatchers made contact with them again and told them to pull off on the side of the road south of Jourdanton, which they did. And EMS was directed to meet them there on Highway 16 and 140. That happened. The child was transported to Methodist Atascosa Hospital here in Jourdanton, and a helicopter was dispatched, but she was never airlifted. The child passed away in the emergency room at the hospital here. Of course, we immediately started an investigation, and my investigators learned that this little girl had sustained injuries on the previous Thursday So 4 days prior in the evening, the injuries were severe and life-threatening. And instead of calling EMS or taking their daughter to the hospital, then they just left her in the house and tried tending to her, but she was primarily unconscious, unresponsive, incapacitated. She remained there at home for 4 days and basically did not receive any medical attention at all. They did try a couple of remedies, like maybe trying to give her a smoothie with some vitamins. Of course, somebody that's unconscious, that's hard to do. She started having respiratory distress Monday, and that's when she called us for basically 4 days, 96 hours, more or less, after the injuries were sustained. As I said, we conducted an investigation. Investigators interviewed all the witnesses, interviewed the mother and the stepfather, and who told us the story of how they thought the injuries occurred and what they did and didn't do. Upon completing this initial investigation, we had probable cause to charge these individuals with injury to a child with serious bodily injury, which is a first-degree felony, by omission. So in other words, by failing to act and provide the little girl medical attention constituted omission and therefore injury to a child by omission. Yesterday afternoon, officers from the sheriff's office went to Christine with arrest warrants, and we arrested the mother and the stepfather without incident. They've been booked into the Atascosa County Jail, and their bond has been set at $200,000 each. The mother's identified as Denise Balmanetta, age 36, and the stepfather is identified as Gerald Gonzalez, age 40. Our victim is Miranda Sips.
They said she was a cheerleader. I wonder if she was doing something in the cheerleading field and possibly fell, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, but you would think they would say something that, but they're keeping it like
Maybe because they're
tight-lipped,
wondering,
but
yeah, how to charge these parents, possibly.
yeah,
If
because
there
all
was
they'll
any,
say is, neck injury. That's it.
well,
I'm like,
that's, yeah. If there's any kind of abuse, too, that's something else they have to look into, too.
yeah.
That could be why they didn't treat it at the hospital. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's this video. If not, it's another one. But someone
That's what I'm saying, Paula.
was
Yeah.
wondering if the mom and stepdad maybe have narcotic addiction, and it has something
Right.
to do with that. So I don't know.
Possible. Yep. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Age 12, and she would have been 13 later this month. She was sent for an autopsy. We're still waiting for the final autopsy results, which will be a little while.
That's why we haven't heard anything about it yet, because the autopsy is not back yet. That makes sense. Once that comes back, they'll be able to probably explain that a little bit more. But damn,
Right?
God damn. What's her first and last name again?
I forgot.
It's okay. I'll get it. Don't worry about it.
In the meantime, we have some investigating to do on different things, and we're following up on those leads. And at this time, I think I'll just see if y'all have any questions.
The type of injuries that she received, are they consistent with what kind of damage made with what?
The injuries were life-threatening. They put her into a state of being unconscious.
She had a broken neck. If it's life-threatening and then knocked her unconscious, she had a broken neck.
Yeah, I even wondered if it wasn't either broken because all she could do apparently was like flutter her eyes,
Or the spinal cord was detached from the brain.
or internal decapitation.
Yeah, that's possible too. Good Jesus Christ. Well, like,
Right.
oh my God, these people.
And her name is Miranda Sips.
That's what I couldn't.
Yeah.
Miranda. SIPPS.
Uh-huh.
I'm starting a notebook for this one. That's all. Anytime I do a new case, I put down all that. I take notes like I'm going out crazy, but the school would have called an ambulance. That's true too.
Yeah.
And I gotta wonder, was she able to walk? Was she able to move at some point? Did it get worse as that happened? Or like what? Those are the details I want to hear about, but
Yeah.
She was not talking. She basically could flutter her eyes and move her hands a little bit. Over a 4-day period, they had her laying on a pallet in the house. I will not, at this point in time, go into the injuries, detail on the injuries or how they happen, because I'm not 100% sure. And I don't want to sit up here and tell y'all these injuries happen this way, and I find out that they happened a different way. So we're going to get to the bottom of it before we address how the injuries occurred.
And obviously, that is the huge question that needs to be answered in this investigation. The initial injuries, how did it happen? What caused her to be in that state where she is just left in the home for 4 days as they try smoothies to help her? Makes no sense. Like, the only reason you would do that is you don't want someone to know what happened, I think, unless you just don't believe in medicine, but you ended up calling 911. So that doesn't make sense either. Let's try to get some more information here. Joining us, our special guest, deputy editor of mysa.com, the sister site of the San Antonio Express News. Warren Brown is with us. Warren, this story has a lot of people on social media, I know, like angry, really angry, but also a little confused about.
Well, one, stupidity, JC. Two, smoothies have some nutritional, medicinal help in some ways, but not enough to fix a broken neck. Okay.
Right.
They're if you're having like a stomach problem or maybe a headache or just, minimal or cold, you can drink certain smoothies that have some nutritional and medicinal helpfulness in those ways. But Jesus Christ, you people. These people are just stupid or they're hiding something, period. That's all there is to it. Good God. Hey, Sarah, welcome, hon. Good to see you tonight. On we go.
About this very bizarre situation. Since this press conference given by the sheriff, has there been any more information about the initial injuries that this 12-year-old suffered?
No, unfortunately, there hasn't been. The sheriff has been very clear that he is not going to engage in any sort of hypotheticals until this autopsy is complete. He has mentioned that there could be upgraded charges if the investigation bears that additional details that might show that this mother and stepfather are responsible for the injury.
That's what I figured. That's why I said we're waiting on the autopsy. That's why we haven't heard anything yet, because he's trying to be 100% sure, because then he can flip this and charge them with whatever he's got to and be done with it all at one time. So that's what we're waiting on with this. That makes sense. I kind of wondered that, and they're probably checking for a tox screen as well to see if there's something else. Because if for a neck injury to be life threatening,
Yeah.
that ain't no joke. Something bad happened to this little girl. And that's really sad. So
injuries, but as of now, we're still kind of in a hovering pattern, waiting to see more.
But did I understand the sheriff correctly that the mother and stepfather did give their version, their story about what had happened or what they thought had happened to the daughter?
Yes, what's interesting is we have all this information about the 4-day period and the attempts to try to nurse Miranda back to health with smoothies and vitamins, and all that comes from Ms. Balvanetta and Mr. Gonzalez from the interview process with investigators. So, they haven't been trying to hide every detail, but it does seem that there might be some more information that we're still waiting to find out. And the timing of it all after 4 days is interesting to me because when you look at it, there was initially some online speculation that, oh, well, she's a cheerleader. Maybe this happened during some sort of practice, but school didn't start until 3 days after these injuries. 4 days after these injuries. And the sheriff ruled that out. But what's interesting to me about it is that after missing the first day of school, that's when Ms. Balvanetta reached out to police or called 911. And it may have been because, she would have missed from school and someone may have noticed. So there's some interesting things that just don't fit together. And it'll be interesting to find out more as this investigation continues.
Do we know if there's been a search of the home yet?
Yes. So almost immediately after Miranda died on Monday night, investigation began, and they went by the house and they took a look at the living situation, and the details were that it was an unkempt house, is I believe what the sheriff said. And so we know that much. We know that she was kept on a pallet or on the floor itself for 4 days. And unfortunately, what's very tragic about this is that, maybe we won't ever know, but if she'd gotten help at some point during that time, could she have been saved? And, we'll see.
Do we know anything about the history of the family or the history of the relationship? Mom, stepdad, were they married or were they just sort of living as, an unofficial stepfather, and how long he had been in their lives?
No, we don't have that detail. We do know that Balvanetta did have another child, but that child lived with the father elsewhere. So in terms of whether they were married or not, we're not sure how long that relationship is going on is, still unclear.
And how about the community? My guess is this is a relatively small community. Well, what's been the reaction there?
It's Christine, Texas is a town of less than 400. And, these communities, they come together in times like this. And, we've seen a GoFundMe started for funeral expenses by family members, and they've raised, several $1,000s in short order. And so there is, an outpouring of, concern and love for Miranda. And we also know that they've had counselors at the school for her schoolmates just to try to help them process and get through this.
How about any sort of, were there problems in the past? Were there issues in the past that we know of?
We have some details here. It's a bit limited, but we do know that there had been calls out to this home in the past. This was, again, the sheriff has been keeping details close to the chest. So what those calls were about, we're not sure, but we do know that police had been out there before. Now, part of what's interesting here is, after waiting 4 days, Balvanetta calls 911 from the house, but does not wait for EMS to get there. Instead, she
Thank you, Paul.
took Miranda in her car and started driving away from the house, and was eventually instructed to meet EMS on the side of the road. And this is where the sheriff has, suggested that perhaps Balvanetta did not want investigators or police coming by the house, which may have contributed to why she waited 4 days to take action. And so we're still waiting to see what they might have been trying to hide. But as the sheriff pointed out, there's a level of irony to it, because now with what's happened to Miranda, there's all this attention being cast towards his family and what they might have been trying to hide.
We're going to learn every detail. The 12-year-old girl is dead. She should not be dead. And the investigation is going to be intense. Warren Brown from mysa.com. Appreciate your time tonight. And I'm sure we'll be speaking again as more things develop in this case. Thanks so much. When we come back, we're going to bring in our think tank, get their take on this investigation, where it is now, where it could end up, plus coming up next hour.
Tonight on Vinnie Politan Investigates, the torture, sexual abuse, and murder of Jennifer Paxton. Sean Finnegan and his fiancée, Rebecca Dishman, both implicated but pointing the finger at each other. We'll investigate.
That's another one I'm going to be bringing you guys to. I've been looking at that as well. So, just saying.
Yeah, 4 days, that poor kid.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. There's something that they're hiding, in my opinion. Either that or they're responsible for the injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
or both.
Yeah, or both, right?
Just for the sake of argument, throw out how the injuries occurred. Throw that out the window. You still have a duty as a parent to provide medical care for a 12-year-old child. And that's what we're talking about right here. Sure. We're not talking about them assaulting the child, trying to kill the child or anything like that. We're talking about them failing to act and get that 12-year-old girl medical attention like she should have gotten.
So this is one of the rare cases where you have people being charged for doing nothing.
And get that 12-year-old girl medical attention like she should have gotten.
So this is one of the rare cases.
Child or anything.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch how to spell the mother's last name. Balvanetta.
Yeah, something like that.
Albaneda. Sorry about that, guys.
Like that. We're talking about them failing to act and get that 12-year-old girl medical attention like she should have gotten.
So this is one of the rare cases where you have people being charged for doing nothing. 12-year-old Miranda was relying upon her mother and her stepfather to help her, to get her the medical attention that she needed after something happened, which is still a mystery and is being investigated. Take a look at the law in Texas, and it's similar around the country. A person commits an offense if he recklessly, by omission, causes to a child, elderly or disabled, serious bodily injury. An omission that causes this condition is conduct constituting an offense if the actor has a legal or statutory duty to act or has assumed the care, custody, or control of a child. And that's exactly what's happening here. Exactly what's happening here. So, it's a rare case where you get charged for doing nothing. But the investigation is continuing. Let's bring in our think tank. Joining me tonight, the Chief Public Defender for Oakland County, Michigan. No. That is Senior Homicide. Now you switched. Now I'm totally messed up. Let me start from the beginning. Let me put Bernarda Villalona up first. There she is. She's the founder of Villalona Law, former senior homicide prosecutor. She's joining us from New York City. Also with us, Paulette Lofton, Chief Public Defender, Oakland County, Michigan, represented one of the shooters up there. Joining us from Troy, Michigan. Also with us, Randy Kessler, family law attorney, law professor, Emory University. He's joining us from the ATL. Welcome, everyone. Great to see you. Thanks for being with us. Bernardo, this is one of the rare cases where a prosecutor can charge someone for doing nothing.
Yes. It's unfortunate because Miranda should be alive with us. She should be with us today, but because of the failure to act, failure to just provide the basic necessities and the basic care of this 12-year-old child, that she's dead now. Nothing to say that, well, even if she would have took her to the hospital, she would still be alive. We don't know that yet. But it's the failure to act is what has both of these people charged. Miranda can't tell us what happened, but her autopsy is going to be able to give us insight as to why she died, what caused her death. I would love to see also the toxicology. I want to see and know what her injuries were, and we'll be able to know that once an autopsy is done. And don't be surprised if you see that these charges are upgraded.
Paulette, is there any difference between the mother and the stepfather? Now, I don't know if they're married. Say, for instance, they never got married. They're just living together, and they call him the stepfather, but he's not actually the stepfather. Is there any difference? Is he? Can he say, listen, not my child?
I don't think there's any difference. Obviously, if you're an adult and he was there those 4 days, he is taking that duty on. Obviously, he's the adult there, whether mom was there every moment or not. If he was there and he saw the child struggling for 4 days or participated in trying to give her a smoothie, I heard also that they attempted to give her oxygen. If he was watching her decompensate, he should have made that call. So I don't think that there's any real distinction. I think both of them will end up being charged with whatever it is the final charges are.
Okay, let's take a listen to the sheriff again, just to remind everyone about the ongoing investigation here. Take a listen.
I will not, at this point in time, go into the injuries, detail on the injuries or how they happen, because I'm not 100% sure. Now, I don't want to sit up here and tell y'all these injuries happened this way, and I find out that they happened a different way. So we're going to get to the bottom of it before we address how the injuries occurred. But as to how the injuries occurred exactly, we still have a little bit of doubt. We need to figure that out before I'm standing up here and say, yes, it happened this way. We know what she told us.
So the mother's speaking, Randy, and has given a story. She's locked into that story. So now if that story doesn't match up with what the autopsy says, then we got a problem.
We do. And look, I think these charges are sort of like a placeholder, right? They're going to be the lesser included offense. This is a reason to be able to put them in jail with a very high bond to keep them there while they do the investigation. And they're almost guaranteed, right, to be charges of murder, what degree, what level, who was more culpable. Once that comes out, this is sort of the safety net for the prosecution, that if we can't prove that they caused the injury, at least we got them on this. The easiest answer is usually the answer. They did something wrong. They were trying to cover it up, hoping they could fix it, hoping it would go away, hoping her body would heal, and they would be off the hook. Well, the best laid plans fail. And so, yes, you're exactly right, Vinny. This is going to be a murder, and it's going to be a murder charge, and it's not going to be by omission. That's going to be, if you can't believe that they murdered her, then you can at least convict her on this omission law.
Now, I want to show you this, Bernard. This is from KSAT 12 out there in Texas. They requested records from the Atascosa County Sheriff's offices and showed that 3 calls were made to the home prior to that Monday. March 28th, 2024, deputies were called for a welfare check after a female was seen with scratches on her. Records show a deputy was sent to the home and both a male and female stated it was all verbal. November 1st, 2023, Jordantown Elementary School called CPS to report marks on a child. CPS called authorities to report the information. Records show no further information about the case was revealed in those documents. October 29th, a couple days before that, a person called authorities and reported Gonzalez was at the location and refused to leave. Authorities responded and the parties were separated. So it seems like there is something brewing inside of that home, Bernarda.
Yes, and
here we are again. CPS failed. Law enforcement failed. See, and I'm sitting here looking at these pictures. Maybe it's me because I'm pissed right now. But does she or does she not look like she's got like a smug look to her
No,
face?
she's smirking. Even everybody in the chat
She's
has been
smirking.
mentioning that.
Okay, it wasn't just me.
Yeah,
This
like,
doofus.
you think
Yeah.
you got me?
Once again, CPS failure. This whole world failed this child once again. Why is this happening, you guys? I don't get it anymore.
Yeah.
God damn.
These actions, these calls, actually, they'll probably use it as the basis when they do upgrade these charges, or at least as the theory when this does go to trial, that there is something more to this. It wasn't just a one-off. So these officers will be called also as witnesses for their observations. I would love to see the body camera footage for these 3 instances where the officers actually responded. But for the last call, though, I believe they said that Gonzalez to leave, and Gonzalez is the stepfather. So that actually works in his favor, because at least for this one charge of omission, he can argue, look, I don't live there. I go there from time to time. We're together, but not living in the same house. But again, it's still too early. We really need to wait on that autopsy. Just like Randy said, this is just a placeholder, these charges, until they figure out exactly what happened. And that's going to be when the autopsy and the toxicology is done.
And you would think, with it being a town of 400 or less, somebody knows what happened and what was going on. You're muted, hon.
Like the school for one.
Right?
CPS worker. What did you do there? Not your job. Then we have welfare checks that have been done, and they just, you let it be what it was. Because why? Because everything seemed okay.
Right.
Is this an abusive mother that is just an abusive mother, and the boyfriend's not involved at all? Is it both of these people involved? I'm so tired of seeing this shit. I really am. It's so old, so old. They need to start just like burying these people under the prisons. Period.
Right.
Good Lord.
That's sad. Alicia said that, I will say this, my sister was a CPS worker. Keyword was, she had to move on to a different job because she would try and try to get these kids help and couldn't get it.
I've heard that before too from a few other people that I went to school with that became social workers for the child services. So if you feel like what you're doing for a living, especially if you're doing something like that, you're not making a difference. That's why you went into it in the first place, is to make a difference, to be a change, and you're not doing it, then yeah, you walk away, because what's the point? Some of these people feel like it's sad. It's very sad and disheartening. Unbelievable to me. We see these things every day now, you guys. This used to be something that we would see like once every 6 months, or once a year, or once every couple years. This is every single damn day now. It's really sad. Really, really sad. I don't know. Did you see that other one where they found the 10-year-old boy found in the garbage can?
I didn't look at it, but I saw it and I just kind of kept going at the time. I was like, oh.
Every day, every single day. I think I have it here somewhere. I pulled it up the other day. Yeah. I did. In fact, I pulled this up yesterday because I was going to show this to you guys at one point, and I decided to go the other direction.
That's true too.
One of the problems with CPS is people call in anonymous and try to get an innocent. That's a big problem, Cap. That's a big problem. And another problem is that in some senses, there aren't enough workers, but they have been changing that up now in a lot of places, trying to bring in more workers, and they're still having problems. But yeah, that's a fact. What Cap just said there, that actually happens, guys. So 1 second here. I was going to show you guys this yesterday, and did something else.
Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No,
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're not even out here. And
Okay.
it's been a constant.
Have we been here before?
No, you've never come to my house for anything. I've been here for 7 years and never had a problem in Rock Island.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
I work at Genesis Hospital. I'm a patient care tech. I'm a student at Eastern Iowa Community College.
Okay.
I have a business in Davenport. This girl has made threats towards me on Facebook, posting her gun up, saying that she's gonna come to my addy. It's just never ending.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself.
Sir,
and he's in
come
your
on
basement.
now. You think, look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out of
No,
here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if we have to investigate it. No matter how crazy it sounds.
If you want to do that, I would suggest you go through the proper protocols. I'm not about to let some crazy woman.
Okay, if it's so crazy and it's so not true, why just let him look then? Be done with it.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. No way. Oh, my God. I don't even know what to say. Hold on. Let me get through this.
Who has my husband make Uranus accusations like this and have my rights violated as a
No, I
citizen.
get it. That's what
That is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking. I'm not
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is. Okay.
Yeah, they caught him, Patriot.
I have 4 children.
This morning.
Her ex-husband's new girlfriend's been causing her
And
issues. She thinks that's who it is.
ongoing. She's been harassing
number
my
provided
job, harassing my place
isn't
of
connected to
business,
anything.
harassing my children. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I've tried to get a restraining order against her, tried to get one against him. It's never ending. I cannot have any peace where I live.
And you guys only have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if
Sir,
that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never ending story with these two.
I get, like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
Just wait, you guys. Just wait.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Okay.
She's harassed my job.
Do you know her phone number by chance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know her phone number.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. Okay. It's like I said, we get a call. We got to show up.
They got to the point now where they don't have my phone number, so they emailing me. Okay. I have spam emails here from these people. I'm gonna go down here. The last one I got was. Let me see.
Is it have a name on it?
Yes, it has his name on it. I have to go here. This is the last one I have. And this gotten to the point where they're emailing me because they don't have a contact phone number on me.
Right.
This is how bad the harass has gotten.
Okay.
But until I can get Rock Island to Cook County to serve them and actually find the address on them,
Right.
that's going to be a problem.
I'll,
So they keep having me come back to court until I can get an address on them.
I'll add some notes just in the call that I was here and that it's a harassment thing, so we don't have to keep coming up here and.
Thank you.
All right, sorry to bug you. I just like I said, we gotta call, even if it sounds crazy. We gotta come see what's going on.
This lady, I don't even know what to say about her. It's never ending.
All right,
I have doorbell cams here.
I saw that.
So, I'm here. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
She looked out the window. Hello.
Yes.
Sushi? Can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, just step on out. I'll explain everything.
Wait a minute, my kids are here.
Okay, I understand that, but we have a search warrant for the house.
For your cooperation to be up front with us.
Hold on.
So step on out.
No, step out.
What side of the house do you all have a search warrant for?
The whole house.
The whole house.
You need to step out. Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna open the
Okay.
door. Open the door.
Well, I'll walk in casually. We're not gonna tear up your house or anything. So
calm down. My kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. Can we just calm
These
down?
officers are gonna walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant out here for you, honey.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
You know God now.
So
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
it's right here. You don't run how we
You don't.
I'm-
Yeah,
I'm-
you're not the control of this.
Okay, I'm trying to see. You all?
So I need your phone too.
My phone. That's not my phone.
Well, that's phone is taken.
Hold on to that. So
Okay.
which rooms are your kids in?
Obviously not.
They're upstairs. I am very cooperative. I'm not fighting
You're fine.
anybody.
You're fine. You're
I'm
fine.
just, look, I'm
Tina?
scared. My
You
kids
mind
are
going
here.
upstairs and checking?
My kids are here.
You're muted. We can't
Trigger
hear.
warning. Trigger warning. Content may
I said
content
thank
may
you. I'm gonna
include
hit that
violent
next
or
one.
violent
We get
not
through that.
suitable for all
That you
viewers.
sent me.
Feel free to step out if needed.
Just a little trigger warning in case anybody were to get upset. Sorry, I didn't. I'm always muted.
Mm-hmm.
My apologies.
That's empty.
Well, it's for an old heater.
Do you know why we're here?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're here.
Okay.
Because I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs and I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Can I call my family to tell them to somebody to come?
You're not under
You're not
arrest or
under
anything
arrest.
like that. Okay. That's why I'm sitting here talking to
You're
you.
not.
Okay.
I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone.
You notice how she looks away from them immediately when she answers those questions?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity and she falsely filed my taxes and my information and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working with the FBI I've been working with the IRS. There's been a lot of
Hey,
things
Randy.
popping up, and
Have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2021, DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago, and there was a Zion Staples there. Along with your 4 daughters, and then another young boy.
We had kids in the neighborhood come over.
So,
some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
so you're saying there was a kid in your apartment that was not your kid,
Just wait.
named Zion?
What's up, Walt?
I didn't say his name was
Staples.
Zion. No.
Well, somewhere here we've got to clear this up with this Zion Staples.
Yes, and
benefits. Listen to it. Benefits being put in his name that you're receiving from.
I haven't received any benefits.
And then also involved in this.
I haven't received any benefits. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, it's
Someone has stolen my identity. I have proof of that. If you go in my phone, you'll be able to see the messages between me and the FBI agent in Milwaukee. So
But this is separate from that with the DCFS call.
Because somebody is obviously claiming benefits and getting food stamps.
But they're getting food stamps for your 4 daughters and Zion.
And I've been having a hard time with that because I can't get any because of that, and I've been working on it.
Okay, are we going to find anything in your house that has Zion's name on it? Birth certificate, social security card, or anything like that?
Nope.
Well, because we're seizing your phone, okay?
I understand you're seizing it, but that's like, I should be able to at least call my lawyer still. I shouldn't be held in my own house and not be able to call my counsel.
Well, are you requesting a lawyer right now? Because if you request a lawyer right now, we're done talking.
And then what? You're going to arrest me?
I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to search your
We're gonna
house.
search his house upside down. Because somewhere here we need to get to the bottom of this Zion thing. And this is coming from other people. This is
I can't help it when people call and make allegations against me. People do this every day out of spite. And I possibly had some visitors. It was probably the summertime.
So where would they get the name Zion Staples?
Zion Staples.
I don't know. People make shit up all the time. People make shit up all the time.
But see, DCFS does not come into your home and say, okay, have the neighbors over and let's do all this personal stuff that affects you and your family in front of all these other people.
They did.
They do it with you.
They did.
And they do it with your family.
They did, though. They very much did that.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
If you are claiming people back and forth amongst family members to get bigger returns, our biggest concern is that we can have somebody with law enforcement say, this is Zion, this is what's going on, and he is fine.
We love you
Because
too,
right now,
Leslie.
we have a person that exists, but we can't lay eyes on him, and it's a child. Okay, that's what they're saying.
That noise?
It's just a
No,
noise.
it's the beeping.
So that's what we're looking at. So if this is what's going on, if you have a cousin, a sister, a brother-in-law, a friend, or whatever claiming kids, or you're claiming them on the app and you guys are splitting some extra money, I get that. The biggest concern that we have here is that we need to make sure that this kid is safe. And in the time since the officer was here last night and the time that an officer had called you back in June, that we can say, nope, she's totally clear. There's nobody here. There's nobody here.
And arrest. I'm telling you.
Birth certificate?
What is that?
Birth certificate.
For Zion Staples.
Zion Staples.
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples. It's found in your room.
We need to get this figured out. Stop
lying.
It's over.
Where's that kid?
Now, when he says this, I want you guys to watch this. Watch her.
Steven, this is the case about a kid.
They found this is out of Rock Island. He was 10 years old. Okay. They find him in a garbage can, you guys. I didn't want to tell that. I wanted you guys to be able to see this for what it is. But this woman, you see her, she's actually kind of believable. The story she's telling. You know, and I'm like, if I wouldn't have known what this was, I was like, wow, somebody's really messing in her life like this, right? Watch her face right about here. They know already. They know this. They went in and they dug on her. They don't play these games with kids, thank God. But just watch how twice now they've asked her. She's looked down immediately. She looks down immediately. She's trying to look at their warrant, blah, blah, blah. She's caught. And the story, she's caught. I just can't believe that these people exist.
Right. Hi, Randy.
Staples stuff. It's found in your room.
Mind you, they just found a birth certificate for Zion Staples in her house. That's not mine. Why the hell would you have somebody else's birth certificate in your house? Come on.
With your name on it. Sushi Staples.
Right, exactly. I'm like,
I mean, come on now.
Stupid people.
We need to get this figured out. Stop lying.
This. Watch her face.
It's over. Where's that kid?
Hey, well.
You need to come clean because we're not going anywhere. You're just going to dig yourself a bigger grave now. I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house. You said no.
I needed some extra help, okay?
Yes. Not yet, Flicker.
What do you mean by that?
I had a person that makes documents. And
she's still lying, by the way. Still
it
trying
was
to get
just
out of
really
it.
hard. Like,
right, Captain.
So is Zion a real person?
no. I can't call a lawyer and let them know you are here. I can't call a lawyer to come here to my house while I'm being questioned by you.
If you want an attorney right now, we can we'll just be done.
We'll be done.
All right.
But the investigation continues.
Okay.
Okay. Go and turn it off for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail. What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is. You're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid. Let me walk out.
We'll cuff you in front, okay?
This is embarrassing. I can get in the car. Do you got to take my dignity away and put me in cuffs?
We're not gonna put him behind you, okay? We're gonna walk you to the car real quick and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
My neighbors, they've been knowing me for 6 years. You see that badge over there? I work 2 jobs at Genesis.
I hear you.
I go to school out here. God, this is embarrassing.
I'm glad there's no audio.
They have the body cam off still for right now. I hate when they do that.
Keep watching, Leslie.
Turn it back on. Damn it. Hang on, Leslie. Why do you even need that garage, lady? You ain't got nothing in it.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Pay attention. Turn the damn body cam on. I hate when you can't hear these things. You can tell by looking at that man's face.
Mm-hmm. Just his body language, you can tell.
So it was in the garage, back in a corner, under the workbench with 2 garbage bags on top of it. How about watching your language? I hate.
She got into this horrible accident.
Damn it. Hold on a minute. I hate when they turn those cams off like that. 1 second. One minute. God damn it. Anyway, they're obviously not going to show it on camera, but that child was in that garbage can. 10 years old. That's why they walked off. And they smelled that. There was a story. Hold on, I'll find the other side of it for you guys real quick.
He probably walked off so he could vomit.
Yeah. And
That's why I said I was glad they had the audio off, because
the audio, yeah. The audio part of it, yes, but I don't know. I like to hear what they're talking about. Sometimes they shut that off. I don't want the video on, but there it is. Give me a second here.
there was that other one that
Here's the rest of it. The news report on this now.
Woman faces several charges. A Rock Island woman faces several charges in connection with the death of a young boy. She was arrested on Friday. News 8's Joe McCoy spent the day at the courthouse looking at court records. He joins us in studio tonight. Joe, what can you tell us about the case?
John, 37-year-old Sushi Staples lived on the 1700 block of 20 and a half Avenue in Rock Island. That's where police found the body of her son, Zion Staples. 10-year-old Zion Staples found dead in a garbage can in his mother's garage on Wednesday. A neighbor in disbelief.
I've lost sleep over it, and I've prayed a lot.
According to court documents, Zion had been dead at the Rock Island home since December.
It's unbelievable that could be across the street, and that something like that could have happened to a little boy.
Deb lived across the street. She did not want to be on camera.
I have to believe that she has done some extra measures to cover up that smell. Otherwise, nobody could have stood that. Nobody.
Zion's mother, Sushi Staples, has been charged with obstructing justice, failure to report the death of a child under 13, and concealment of a death.
At one point, she chased her husband down the driveway and said she was going to pop him, and she was wielding a handgun.
Deb wondering, like many of us, how it's taken 7 months to find Zion and what tipped off police to come to the house.
I had a dead raccoon in my backyard, and we put it in a garbage can and in a garbage bag, and then put it in a garbage can. And I couldn't even stand the smell waiting for garbage day. So I can't imagine that with the wind directions that nobody would smell that. And where was the school? And where was his family? Nobody seemed to come over there and question it.
Deb says 2 little girls also lived there.
This summer, I've seen the 2 little girls playing with their little white puppy. And one day I said, cute puppy, and they giggled and ran back over there.
This tragedy hitting literally too close to home.
I just can't fathom, after having 11 grandkids, that anybody could do something.
Well, here's my question, though. When I saw this, there's 4. Where's the other 2 girls at?
Right, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute, I thought she said there was 4.
Uh-huh. and the police knew that there were 4 as well. So where's the other 2 girls at?
Right?
I mean, this is people. What the hell, you know?
Something like that, or nobody. Being a grandparent, I would notice that one of my grandkids was missing.
Right?
And according to a criminal complaint, Staples lied to an officer about the whereabouts of her son, claiming she had no son at all and that his birth certificate was fraudulent. Staples has not been charged for the death of her son. John.
All right, thanks, Joe. Now, Staples is being held on $500,000 bond. Her next court hearing is August 15th at 8:30 in the morning.
Welcome to WGNO News.
So my understanding, because I looked for more on this, is that he shot himself. The little boy did. He got a hold of the gun that she had in her home, was playing with it, shot himself, unfortunately. So she hid it. And I am curious how she hid the smell.
Right.
Unless she put lime or something on top of it in the garbage can. You could see,
Yes,
you could
Jason.
see into the garbage can, and it was not full. So, and I'm wondering at the same thing, Flickery. There was 4 girls, now there's 2. Where the hell are the other 2 at? You know what I mean? Or where were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, my understanding is that he did this to himself, but why didn't you call somebody?
Right. Why
I
wouldn't
mean,
you call 911? He could have been saved.
well,
Depending
from
on.
what I understand is that she wasn't there when it happened, and that
Oh.
she came home to it, and it was too late. It was way too late. So, again, still, she would have been charged with something. She's still going to be charged with something, things, and I hope she is. But the way she sat there, though, denying that she had this child. This is you birthed and carried this child. How did you not break? How did you not break down?
Yeah.
And then you just go shove him in a garbage can, put him in the corner of the garage, put 2 garbage bags over him, and move on with your life like ain't nothing happened.
Yeah.
And complain about people stealing your identity. What?
Yeah. And falsifying documents, she had a document person.
She was going to run with that story.
Wow.
And rather be charged with the fraud that she was arrested for than what happened. Good God Almighty, I don't understand these people anymore, you guys. I don't.
There was
So
another one recently where there's a baby found in a bucket. I'm like,
Yep.
come on, people.
Yep. Very true. Very true. Very true. So you said that Atascosa County, the parents of the 12-year-old were both released on bond.
Yep.
Is that what this news article? Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Oh my God. I can't.
I think it said she has to wear a monitor, ankle monitor. But he bonded her out. I think they were 200,000.
2 days after they were released on bond, posted bond on. Okay, that's 500,000. Or what was their bond?
It says in there somewhere 200,000.
That's a lot. So we had to come up with 20,000.
But be 40,000
or 40,000. Yeah, a piece. Sorry.
Yeah, 20,000 a piece.
That's
So where
still
the
a lot
hell
of.
did that come from?
That's a good point. 200,000 a piece. That's $400,000. They needed 40,000. Jesus, good Lord! Somebody had some money somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. Life threatening. You put her in a state of unconsciousness. Yeah. Jesus criminy.
Yeah, JC, it was a lie. She was a victim of identity theft.
No, that wasn't true. She had a child deceased in her home. Every day I see these things, you guys, and it just I don't get it. I just don't get it anymore. These idiots here, okay, and then we have that other goofy woman that we just saw. What is going on? It does happen. Like they do have. Yes, they got bail. Agree. Accidents happen. You're a bad parent. You left a firearm where your child can get a hold of it. They were playing with it. You're a bad parent. It happens. There's bad parents out there. Okay. but don't deny the fact that that child existed.
Right.
Nope.
Well, Paula, I think she has an ankle monitor. I don't know about him.
I think she's probably the one that they're looking at more than him.
Probably.
Okay. I'm guessing that. So, yeah, pretty crazy stuff, you guys. I was going to show you guys that yesterday, like I said, because I just was like floored over that. I couldn't believe that. And we covered something else instead. And I said, I'll bring it back. So this kind of reminded me of that idiotic parent as well that just denied the fact she even had it. I don't have a son. What are you talking about? What? You don't think that they could go back to the hospital and get the records, or go to the records department and find out that this child was born to you? Jesus Christ. So stupid. This is stressing me out. I'm gonna eat this whole. Don't eat a whole meatloaf, Paula. That's a lot of meatloaf. And was crying and sounding so confused. Oh, that's another thing. These people are very good actors too. When they want to tell their lie, I can't believe these two were released on a bond. This is crazy. I mean, if this turns out to be that it was an accident, okay, then the omission charge is still something that they should be charged with. I guess it's not as high as a murder charge, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. I remember that one. Logan Tucker's case. The evil woman called. Hi, mommy dearest. Yes. Every day, guys. More and more and more of them. Crazy ass world. It makes me want to
kill off each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, if we get that
I
lucky.
don't have to worry about World War III or anything else.
Yeah, it's 7 months. Depending on what she put in that garbage can. 7 months, there still could have been quite a bit of tissue if it was just in that spot with nothing else to affect it.
But there had to be something in there, because the whole neighborhood would have smelled that.
Like that woman said, I've done this. I've found dead animals in my driveway or in front of my house that we put in a garbage can. Oh my God, the smell. So for a human being to be put in there is just beyond unbelievable. So like I said, she either had to get some lime or something and put that over top for it to be not possible to smell it. Just saying. Crazy stuff, folks. But that's probably going to do it for today. I mainly wanted to review that audio, Jennifer SOTO stuff, and just show you guys some other things. I didn't know Mama Bear was going to pull this up, but I appreciate it very much so. I'm looking to see if there's anything that I missed here, and let me check my emails too.
Randy, 7 months.
I just can't get past that.
Yeah.
7 months.
You would think flicker, but in some areas, you hear it and you don't think anything about it. Like, I have a gun range down the street, so we hear it frequently. So I don't always, think about it when I hear a gunshot. I just figure they're down at the shooting range.
That didn't happen that long ago either. That just recently happened, beginning of the month, I believe.
Which?
The one with the little boy in the garbage can.
Oh.
Insanity.
Yeah. So there's either fireworks going off because the school's got a football game, or it's the shooting range, and they all kind of, after a while, just kind of sound the same. I mean, that's sad, but
it is really.
Yes, it is.
Most definitely.
Pot roast sounds good.
I haven't had that in a long time. They're so expensive now, though. Buying a beef roast is so ridiculously expensive now.
Captain Jenks put his in there over 3 hours. He's hoping he didn't cremate it.
3 hours. Is it in a crock pot? I was gonna say 3 hours. That's probably not done yet.
Yeah.
We have one of those Instapot things. You can get it done pretty quick in one of those, but I don't see.
Exactly, Alicia. They sound a little close in my backyard. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Then you got my attention.
Mm-hmm.
You still at the hospital, Andy? Sorry.
I think so. Let me look, Andy.
Oh, the wife is at dance. Pot stickers. I'm probably gonna.
I love pot stickers. Where'd you post it at, Andy? Oh, yeah. I see it now. It doesn't say anything, though. Or wait, is this it? Here we go. There we go. I'm going to need to throw these into my shorts, too. Bunch of these. Sierra Chapman.
Good. I'm glad you're home.
You're home already?
Yeah, nah, I'm home now. Stomach ulcers, more tests tomorrow.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad it's nothing super dangerous. So, Sierra Chapman, December 27th, 2022. Black hair, 5'5", female. FBI's offering a reward up to $10,000. Information on the recovery of Sierra Chapman and the information that leads to identification, arrest, and conviction of the persons responsible for her disappearance. Hold on a minute. There. Assisting in the Dayton. So this is in Ohio. With the search for the Sierra Chapman was last seen during the early morning hours of December 27th at an Autumn Woods Drive apartment in Trotwood, Ohio. Chapman was reported missing on December 29th of 2022. Wait a minute. And on January 6th of 2023, police found her 2014 Cadillac SRS SUV in Middletown, Ohio. Her purse and other personal items were located inside the vehicle. However, Chapman has not been located. Dayton Police Department believes that there may be suspicious circumstances surrounding her disappearance. Anyone with information related to the disappearance of Sierra is asked to call Dayton Police at 937-333-COPS or 937-333-2677. You may also contact your local FBI office, the nearest American Embassy consulate, or you can submit a tip line online at tips.fbi.gov. And the field office is based out of Cincinnati.
So they found her car, but not her.
Right.
What are pot stickers? Are they like dumplings, kind of?
Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Love pot stickers. They're like a dumpling, and then inside of them they put that whatever. I think it's pork mostly mixture in there, and then you dip them in like a hoisin sauce or whatever. They're really good. What'd you say? Why not just say dumplings? I love dumplings. Right. Because they say pot stickers on the boxes if you buy them in the store.
Right. I was going to say, if you get like I think my husband gets them when we order like from the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, I get them.
They usually have like beef, pork, shrimp.
They call them dim sum as well as the Asian name for them. I love them to death. You can get them deep fried too. Yeah, they say that her purse and other personal items were located inside the vehicle. However, she has not been located. So
that's not good.
She's definitely not going to leave those things and take off. That just doesn't happen. So again, if we see, I guess I'll be looking around because this is my area. So December 27th of 22, though. Damn. This is 2 years old.
Oh,
Trotwood.
that one is? Wow.
Yeah, that's when she went missing. Right after Christmas, 2022. I've never even heard of Trotwood. That's got to be around like SRB or something. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, dear. Thank you, thank you. So, all right, y'all. I think that's gonna bring it down for me today. We've been here for 3:45, 3 hours 45 minutes. When I do get the other, oh, okay, that makes sense. Then her family is on Reddit asking for help. Well, thank you very much, then, Andy. When I get the second half of that audio interview, we will be running that too and talking about it. Or if there's any updates to either one of these other cases we just showed you guys, of course, we'll give you the updates. And I'll be back in here later, one way or another. Well, Salty might be live. If she's live, I'll probably be joining her at some point. And if not, then I'll be in here doing a late show. So, which Mama Bear will not be part of because she has to.
I'm about to fall asleep now.
Right. You don't do the late stuff, which that's okay. Are you going to be around tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
And I will be here tomorrow during the day, guys.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I think I may run that, Sherry. We'll see tonight or tomorrow, one of the two. Thank you, though. I also posted a man who went missing a few days ago. I only saw that one. Oh, Berkeley, California. Chris? Is that the other one? Yep. Sorry, guys. I didn't see this one until after the fact. This is another one. Chris Nelson, 46 years old. Last seen at Highwire Coffee Roasters in San Pablo Avenue at roughly 10:45 a.m. on Monday, August 19, 2024, wearing a rainbow checked shirt, khaki or dark blue shorts, Vans, shoes, and carrying a messenger bag. Last seen in Berkeley, California. That would be Chris Nelson right there. How do you go missing from a coffee shop? August 19th. It's crazy. There's his face, guys. His name again is Chris Nelson. And again, says he was wearing a rainbow checked shirt. I think that's this shirt right here. Khaki or dark blue shorts, Vans, shoes, and carrying a messenger bag. So
Have a good night, Paula.
Sounds good, Paula. Thanks for joining us, hon. Appreciate you very much. All right. Well, there again, guys. Thank you, Andy, for that. Anything we can do to put out the missing and help in any way. Again, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. For those of you that won't be seeing me later, for those of you that will, I will see you then. Don't forget to love yourselves, love each other. Mama Bear, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it very much. How do you have your foot up there like that?
Oh, it's my new shoe. Look,
Oh, I'm like,
but they're
those are cool.
Sandals. I got them today. I'm so excited. I can't wait to wear them.
But you understand what I just saw, though. I saw the bottom of your foot, and it literally looked like your foot was sitting like that. I'm like, how the hell is she doing that?
Well, I probably could actually.
Very, very stretchy.
Just like put my foot up.
Yeah, but then I would have saw your knee. You see what I'm saying? That's what I didn't understand. So either way, thank you guys for hitting. That's why I was confused. Like, what is she doing? Thank you guys for hitting the like button. We made the algorithm. That's awesome. You guys are amazing as always. Again, guys, don't forget to love yourselves and love each other. Please don't change anything. You guys are amazing. You are why we are here. Much love to you all, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow if Yahoo over there keeps his word that he'll be here during the day. Good night.
I'm not a Yahoo. Very often.
sniping at the speed of light, hunting down the shadows, bringing wrongs to right, digging deep in the data, facts sharp as a knife. With every single story, he's fighting for a life. A voice for the voiceless, he won't stay quiet. Diego's got the fire igniting the fight. True crime revelation shining through the night. With every victim story, he pulls at the strings. A hero in the darkness, hear the truth he brings. Streaming loud and clear, cracking cases open, hearts filled with fear. His channel's a beacon in a world gone wrong. He guides us through the chaos, a soldier so strong. The clicks and the lights, they follow his lead. With every new case, he plants a new seed. Sharing their stories, giving hope where it fades. Diego's a warrior through the trials he waits. In a world of silence, he shouts out their names. Diego's got the fire igniting the fight. True crime revelation shining through the night. With every victim story, he pulls at the strings. A hero in the darkness, hear the truth he brings. From the shadows you rise, are streaming loud and clear. True crime revelation shining through the night. With every victim story, he pulls at the strings. A hero in the darkness, hear the truth he brings. Truth out, answering the call. For every soul forgotten, he's here to stand tall. Diego the genuine, will always give it his all. Diego's got the fire igniting the fight. True crime revelation shining through the night. With every victim